So you want to learn about beer? Stay tuned and never fear. They're the guys for the case, 'cause they'll tell you all about what they taste. We got Mudhole, B&Q, we loves Star Wars and grilling too. And Knops guy loves baseball and board games, he's played them all. There's no place I'd rather spend the Monday nights than here, having a few chuckles and damn good beer. Now it's time for Two Beerded
The amount
Guys.
of like high fives and compliments I got on that shirt.
And
was
belly pats, I
terrible.
hear. Oh, I'm sure.
I should have put that on the damn broadcast. maybe hour or two. I'll add that on there.
Oh God. What is up, y'all? Welcome back to Two Beerded Guys, episode a lot. I'm TBG underscore Ops Guy.
Mudhog B&Q.
One of our two guests today,
Stephen King.
and behind the mic, the one, the only,
I'll screen Matt.
and from the cheap seats at the moment, but you'll see him later.
Dr. Drew.
Woo! I just wanted to be able to say from the cheap seats because he's just far enough back. It was kind of fun there. If he'd have been real close, it wouldn't have been nearly as much fun. We are set to have a Barley Wine episode with a random Oktoberfest in between as our palate cleanser. I'm excited. Most of these are kind of like base barley wines for each brewery. We do have one that has a whole lot of flavor stuff, and it's going last.
Cool.
Instead of the maple bomb being before anything, we're putting that at the end.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited for this. Plus, we got some stories to tell from Hops and Coaster Drops. We had a great time there. Stefan won there, so it was even better. But Dr.
awesome.
Drew was. So I got to help pour with Dr. Drew, and that was a hell of a lot of fun. There was a whole lot of white women in line for that pumpkin. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Tom Solo season.
Brings all the girls to the yard.
It was pretty. The amount of people. My favorite were the husbands that were like, "I want the 14% seltzer. Like, I just want the strongest one." And then they'd hand me another cup and be like, "She wants the pumpkin." And you could almost see it in their face. Like, I just had to order that. I'm like, honestly, it's pretty fucking good. So, but yeah, it was fun. It was a good time.
I think, we walked all around multiple times, and I think Hopper was one of the ones that always had a super long line.
Always. About an hour in, once people had really started getting in, it went from like, a small line. Every brewery had a small line that first hour to him and Blake just slammed.
I think the only place that I could say had a longer line, honestly, was Vodka Place. American Liquor.
That's possible. It's possible.
Yeah.
When I was pouring with Drew at one point, literally he looked at me and goes, "Is that line like all the way down?" I'm like, yes it is. Because it straight up went the rest of the boardwalk at one point.
Yeah.
No wonder Blake got out of there so fast when I offered to give him that break. Dude bolted. He's like, seriously? I'm like, yeah, tell me what's on tap first. And he's like 7 steps down. I'm like, Blake, what's on tap? Like, which one's which? He goes, oh. Comes back and he goes,
like, beer, you'll figure it out.
Runs. So the first 3 I poured, I'm like, Drew, pumpkin? Yeah. Seltzer?
Yes.
IPA? Yeah. Drew just finally looked at me like, figure it out. Do you see this line, motherfucker?
Just pour.
Yeah.
Give him something. If it's green, that's the seltzer. All right.
Yep.
That was strong.
It was.
Liquid Jolly Rancher. Didn't taste like booze, but you knew it was there.
Oh, yeah, that's our insane one. 14.1% seltzer. Yeah, we've literally had bars that said, "Please don't sell us that again."
That was the
We have
one you
women
had at
falling on the
Hoosier,
floor.
right?
Yeah, we did have that one at Hoosier.
We had women falling on the floor. That is unbelievable.
That's a great tagline. You're going to use that in your marketing, right?
That's actually how Drew's going to sell it to people now. We can make your women fall on the floor.
Ooh.
Hey, what is the most
I was
anticipated?
going to say, not for to interrupt
I know
the
we wanna
show
get to
here,
drink.
but...
I just want to pour. We do need to start with our most anticipated. John's right. I have had a day. But as always, we'll start with our most anticipated. Matt?
I'm going to go with John's beer, Serial Killer.
I bet he picks an IPA. Or an IPA.
Yeah, it is a darn good award-winning beer, it says. So I'm excited to try that. I don't think we've had them at all yet, so...
Arcadia? I don't
Looking
think
forward
we've
for
had
something
anything.
new.
Dr. Drew from the cheap seats.
Well, I brought the Arcadia Ale, the Serial Killer, so I'm hopeful that it is good. I don't know, it's my last one of it, and they're no longer in business, so nobody's gonna get
Sir,
angry.
thank you for sharing.
Oh, thank
We
you.
appreciate you.
He did say it's a crapshoot with her. Don't think
Hold
too
off the
soon.
appreciation.
Wait till you
I
taste
still
it.
appreciate
Which
you.
now that I realize that's the beer you're talking about.
Johnny boy.
So we have some heavy hitters, some that we know are going to be damn good. So what I'm interested to see is if the Indiana City is going to hold its own. I'd like to see that.
All right.
I bet if I hold my breath, the likelihood of me lasting a minute holding my breath and that one holding its own.
I know.
Anyway, step in.
Sometimes Indiana City's kind of surprising, man.
I'm gonna go with the Freem.
The free.
Freem.
That's.
Frim.
I've had some lagers from them, and they're solid. So I'm looking forward to seeing a barley wine from them.
Well, I'm a little irritated that that's the one you chose because that's also my most anticipated. I love Freedom. I love their sours. They have a great stout, great lagers.
Sorry to steal your thunder.
Never had a barley wine from them, so you know, it's the one I'm looking forward to. Dick. Drew, you really don't have to sit that far back if you don't want.
Yeah, you can share it.
I mean, the cheap seats are fun, but that's like
Matt, you got anything?
I'm trying to work on that. Steph says Hops and
broke
Coasters was a great time. The comments are not showing up on the screen again, and refresh is not working. But
Matt broke something.
I did.
What else is new?
Actually, Reem was the last one on this. Your boy. So
I mean, he did well.
the new and improved off-screen personality.
No.
Yeah, I heard all that.
He's not. I may have said that. That may have happened.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know. So we
Matt
I
wasn't
might have even
here.
marked the tape. I could probably find it right now.
we might need to pull comments up individually on our phones.
I have it.
Okay.
I got it.
Which one do you got?
Facebook.
Facebook?
I got the book of the face.
You got,
Oh, is
who's
there
got the two with the
multiple
U?
sources?
I guess
You
I got
do.
to switch over.
Comments?
Oh, Matt does. There we go.
Yeah.
Anyway,
There's the Twitch as well.
our first wine of the barley
But no
is.
one's ever on Twitch.
No, but you know.
That's not true.
Very rarely is anyone on
Cosmos.
Twitch. He switched to
Facebook mostly.
Yeah, Facebook.
Brady's Barley Wine, oak and cedar fermented, blended with bourbon barrel aged barley wine. This is from none other than Indiana's own Windmill Brewing Company.
Woo! Barley wines. You know what? I got to tell you a short story. Then
You actually
let's-
hate them.
let's
You've
say-
lied to me all this
No,
time.
I love them. I love them. We took ours to the Hoosier Fest, and literally, I had to ask people. It got to the point where nobody's ordering it, and I'm like, "Do you know what? Have you ever had a barley wine?" And people are like, "It's a wine." No, it's not. It's a beer. Like, so I had to explain what a barley wine is to people, and then people started ordering it. But it made my heart hurt a little bit.
Folks.
That nobody knows what a barley wine is.
This is community service right here. We are teaching and educating.
Barley wines are their life.
It is one of those styles though that you don't see most places. Like if you go into like a bar or something, like even if they got a lot of tap selection. Yeah. I'm sure barley wines aren't made as frequently, and or you don't see them as often because they probably aren't as hot as sellers. So
They don't sell.
I'm not sure if it's a chicken or an egg situation. Like they're not out there, so people don't know about them. So people don't order them, or people don't order them because there's not as big of fans, or it's just such a niche style. But
Well, I think it's also because they don't understand them. Like you just said, they thought it was wine.
yeah,
Yeah, I had to be like, okay, it's kind of like a stout, but leave the coffee and chocolate out. Add a bunch of caramel flavor to it. Dark fruits. And,
Hopefully.
yeah, they're like, okay, cool.
that makes a lot of sense. That's a pretty good breakdown. It's almost like you do this for a living.
I was not getting any video on Twitch. Just FYI.
It's on.
I know. It's just not showing up.
We've locked up on Facebook.
I can get off and get back on Twitch real quick.
All right.
We're going now.
Yeah, it definitely ended.
Yeah, I just get it off and
Facebook's
turn it
back.
back
We're
on.
good.
It's the Twitch.
Yeah, Facebook's back. We're good. Chris Knight, what up? We're drinking your beer right now, brother.
What up, Chris?
Great timing.
Oh, Chris.
Russell Owens, hey guys, almost missed the show with the new time zone. So our buddy Russell moved from the state of Washington to Iowa. And he just got into Iowa like yesterday or the day before.
Isn't that two time? Is that two time zones?
Yeah, he went
Central,
from
Mountain,
Mountain West to Central.
Yeah, West Coast is 3 hours behind us. I know that much. And then depending on where you're at between.
So yeah, he got confused. It's fine.
Yeah, that's all right.
Well, we appreciate you.
I figured he was still
showing
unpacking.
us some
I was
love,
just like,
Russ.
yeah, I didn't see him on yet. He's probably just still busy working.
At least he didn't hop
realize.
on it like after 9 and be like, "Why aren't these guys responding to my comments?" Sure.
No, he would have just texted us and been like, "Hey, dumbasses, are you having a show?" Yeah, 2 hours ago, Russ. That would have been more of that conversation. All right, so this one here, our windmill barley wine. That's the first time. This is my can. I hadn't had it yet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sweet. Especially at the back end. It finishes really sweet.
Very sweet. What now?
Not a lot of complexity for me in this one. Again, I don't get any real stone fruit. I get caramel. I get sweet caramel, and that is basically, if they just said this was like a caramel beer. Yes, it is. You're right. I don't get any. My favorite part of barley wines is complexity, and I'm not getting any from this beer.
And have we mentioned? Sorry, as I've been trying to mess with this. What a barley wine's supposed to? What's a standard barley wine supposed to be like?
Well, Steph, give me a break.
What kind of barley wine are you talking about?
Standard. Well,
Well,
are we talking about English and
English?
American?
English or American?
Yeah.
I had to because Stefan's here, so like
America.
poking that button is my favorite thing.
You mean triple IPA?
I mean, if we're
English
educating,
IPA or English barley wine? Is that what we're talking about? The
if we're
comparison?
educating, right?
I mean, he kind of touched
Yeah.
on it a little bit when he was saying what he tells people, but if you want to
Cool. No,
really describe a barley
like I said, I
wine.
wasn't really listening because I'm trying to figure this out.
Yeah, no, it's that caramel, it's that stone fruit. You get a little bit of one of the thing is it's not supposed to hide the booze. You are supposed to get a
Yeah,
little
you
bit of
definitely
that.
get that from.
Yeah,
I don't
which
know
is
what
there.
the ABV is on it, but
I was
gonna
gonna say, yeah, was that on there? Did
They never put it
14.
on.
they didn't put it on
damn
this one either? I
Chris.
remember Chris saying it was pretty.
What's the ABV?
Yeah,
pretty
what you
boozy.
said, Chris.
But yeah, those dark fruits, raisin, plum, all that type of stuff. Caramel,
Always caramel.
always caramel. I mean,
Dates.
that's one of the main grains is a caramel grain. So
Which in it, that flavor's fantastic, and this doesn't hide the booze, which is nice. There is a little bit of it. I wouldn't mind just a hair more of that bite, but I also really want more stone fruit, like dark fruits. Give me dark fruits. Give me plum. Give me raisin. Give me something. But I'm being.
I feel that with this one. This one's really sweet, and I think I like how the sweetness balances the booziness because I think that works well.
Big gulp gets you a
but
nice
you're not
booze spot.
quite getting. Just like I said, it's just not the complexity of the stone fruit flavors.
The big gulp gave me more booze. I was a fan of that.
Yeah.
I big gulp that last bit. That hit the spot just a little bit.
do a shooter at the end.
All right, guys. What we're telling you is always leave a shoot. Wham! All right, we're good to go.
Yep, it's like drinking a brown ale with a shot of vodka. No, not really.
And my
But not far off. No,
No, you should definitely tell that there's booze in it for sure.
I was speaking of that though. I do always enjoy like trying to do like a big gulp versus just a regular sip to see kind of how or if that changes your flavor profile on a beer. Sometimes you get a big difference. Sometimes you really don't.
Megan Wilkes just followed us. Shout out, Megan. I wonder why she followed us.
Almost sounds familiar.
That last name sounds really familiar. But
So rating system, right?
yeah. Sorry, you know what my mind's on.
I know.
Drinking. Today's rating system and everyday's rating system. I don't know why I said today's. We do the Untapped in quarter
Because
increments.
they were going out of 10.
Starting at 0.25, going to 5. So it could be a 0.25, a 3.25, a 3.75, yada, 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 yada. 3 is perfectly average. We do that because we like breweries and we never want 2.5 to be average on Untapped. Fuck that. We like breweries too much. So 3 is perfectly average. Above that, above average. 4 or higher is Seek Out. That is where it's like, damn, I like this beer enough that no matter who's fucking selling it, I'm going to try to find it. You might be a failure at getting it, but if I find out that, hey, so-and-so in Washington has it, I'm going to find somebody that might be able to get it to me. Stuff like that. 4, 7, 5, and 5 are not only Seek Out, but that's like jingling your tingles, tingling your jingles, twixing your tweeter, all that shit that really hits you in the spot that makes you happy. Under 3, below average, but that 2.5 to 3 is still not bad beer. Under 2 is where it starts getting into the, okay, there might be something missing, something wrong, whatever, but it's at least drinkable. Under 1, so that 0.25, 0.5, 0.75, that's drain pour level. That is, fuck this shit. I had a brown ale at the goddamn Hops and Coaster Drops this weekend. I took 1 sip and chucked that motherfucker. Yeah. It was infected all to hell.
That's a shame.
Oh, it was bad. Oh, yeah. Very unpleasant. It was
The
very
jeebies
unpleasant.
of the heebies.
He's still infected from it.
Yeah, I was so excited because I was like, a brown ale. Fuck
You
yeah.
freak out about brown ales.
Yeah, him
Like,
too.
oh shit, he's got a brown ale.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You never
I
see
remember
them,
that.
especially at a fest.
That was at
Yes, I do that. It's fine.
the Anderson Fest last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
You have a brown ale?
I get excited over shit
Yes.
that I don't get to find anywhere.
Yeah.
the Glockenstuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Glockenstiel.
I only think I pointed to the new artwork back there.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. But yeah, anyway, so that's our scoring system. We take the average of the 3 people on screen. So when Stefan and Drew switch out later, it'll be Drew scoring. We do hear from the Peanut Gallery. They just don't count at the moment, or in Matt's case, most ever. He still matters, though.
They still matter.
At least most days.
Do you have good sound buttons this time? That's all I want to know.
There is
There's
a
a
new
one.
one. See if you can find the new one.
Nice.
That's not.
Ooh.
No.
That's a good one. I like that.
That might be from last episode. It's fine.
Is that when we're getting ready to drink White Claws? Claw! Claw!
Anyway,
No?
John, you were first to score this one, my man.
I do enjoy this one. I personally, personal flavor profile prefers just slightly sweeter stuff. So I would seek it out. I don't necessarily think it's a perfect example of a barley wine, and this is out on a couple of those things, but I do enjoy it, and I will search it out again. So I'm going to go a straight 4.
Chris said 11.5 on the ABV, by the way.
Okay.
For some reason, I had to reset it to get it to fucking update all of a sudden, but I got his comment. Russell said it is a 2-hour time difference to where he's at in Iowa.
Yep.
Or no, it was a 2-hour. Now it's
Yeah.
just 1. That's what he says. All right, now we're all caught up.
Cool.
4 for John. Stefan.
I'm gonna say 4 1/4, actually, on this one. You talked about the stone fruits and stuff. I don't get it when I drink it, but afterwards, I get that raisin flavor. And
It does have a linger a little bit.
That's what I'm gonna go with, 4 1/4.
The linger and that big gulp actually got me to a 4. Just because I got the booze that I was wanting, and also it helped with that linger of the raisin. I still don't get it while I'm drinking the most, but it is kind of there. So I'm going to give it a 4. It comes out to a 4 average.
You guys
Very
need to give
solid
out a
beer.
Big gulp award.
Big gulp award.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
It'd just be a giant plastic cup.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's your big gulp of the night?
Yeah, exactly.
So we're chugging a barley wine.
Give me a straw.
Well,
Let's go.
see you later.
Big gulp of the night is now a thing. Make sure you keep track of that, y'all. Matt wrote something. It's fine.
No, just talking.
Matt's over there breaking shit. Matt,
That's your
not that
job.
you count, but what would your score be?
I'm going to agree with John. Go straight 4 on that one. I think it's pretty good. It's maybe not the pinnacle of barley wine example, but I think it was maybe a bit of a spin on there. I think it was really good, tasted enjoyable, and I like it. I would like to have more.
Coming out of Indiana, it's definitely a solid challenger for a good one.
I would give it a 4. I like the caramel nature to it. I thought it was sweet, but not overly sweet. And,
It wasn't diabetes.
And
Diabetes.
Good old Wilford. Is that Wilford?
Hit him with the Wilford.
Nice.
Had more of a boozy smell, more of it on the nose than in the glass itself. So I enjoyed that because I don't know. I like to burn sometimes, but sometimes I don't like starting there.
Especially the first one of the night. It'd been great if it
Starting
would have been
hot.
just hot as shit. One of those where you're like, well, my night's palate's gone. All right, the rest of these beers are fucked. Which we've all been there. Especially if Matt chooses the order before I get here, you never know what the fuck's gonna happen.
Because I don't have an order, just whatever. Let's go in the order of cans.
I showed up after baseball practice one time, got here right at the start of the show, so they'd set up everything. They'd pick the order, they'd pick the beers, everything, right?
Did it make you uncomfortable?
No, but I go to open the first fucking beer. I go to open the first beer. It's 17.5%.
Start off strong, right?
And I literally was just like, well, okay then.
All the rest of the beers tasted great that night.
It really started us off great.
That also happened one time when I picked beers, though. The second beer was like that. It was a fucking golden ale. That's all it said. Just golden ale.
Okay.
We're like, okay, 7, maybe lower, somewhere, nothing bigger than 7. It was like an 18% golden ale. That was the second beer of the night.
Fantastic.
We went from a 4.5% sour or lager on the first one to we took that sip
Blow you up.
and just was like, oh, All right then. Drew, John.
That was
John.
unexpected. I just realized one nice thing of the whole
Maddie
like
got a little too much
theme nights here. A lot less just bitchery duties.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially with them all being like relatively base. This is Genuine Article Bourbon Barrel Aged Barley Wine at 11.5% from none other than another Indiana brewery, Indiana City. This is 11.5%. This is from 2021. I picked this bad boy up at Fives Tap House in Anderson.
Nice.
Shout out Fives.
Fun
Love
place.
that place. I definitely paid for the mug club there.
It's got a nice color that would be absolutely appropriate for the style. Don't make me wrong, but feels
No,
like-
that's right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I haven't drank it yet, but the nose smells weird.
It smells like almost a little minty on the nose.
Give it a nice swirl.
This one is not the sweetness.
Like I said.
Remember how I said it'd been funny if the first one would have been real hot? Found the booze.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not terrible. It's hot, but not like
It's just after that rich,
Flamethrower
creamy
hot, but
sweetness
yeah.
of
And
Brady's.
Yeah.
Go from rich, creamy, sweet to just a little bit thinner body. A lot more barrel booziness. It's just like,
I'm kind of
ooh,
with
okay.
Matt, though. It's a little bit
I'm almost
mouthwash.
positive they left booze in the barrel.
I don't know that I said mouthwash, but I was kind of thinking like minty. But I can see where you're kind of going there. Yeah, putting words in my mouth.
I mean, alcohol, mouthwash, same thing, right?
Bigger,
It depends on how desperate you are.
bigger gulp. I got a little more.
Are you talking like a
some
original
caramel.
Listerine?
I'm not getting a lot of flavors out
Yeah,
of
I mean
it
you can't get drunk on
in the
act.
barrel. I get barrel flavor.
I'm getting all big.
What do you think? Oh, this is fun. Stefan's uncomfortable.
I am uncomfortable.
Stefan's like, shit, you had to go with an Indiana brewery. Motherfucker.
Hey, that's all right. This is color-wise, it fits the flavor, or it fits the color of the barley wine.
Yeah, it's a profile. If it's,
Looks like the proper color. Yes.
Oh my god, he has nothing nice to say.
The
Stefan, looking for a pass
the
on
wax
the scoring.
is nice.
Am I going to count for a round?
I'm so happy right now.
There's just nothing there.
No.
It's kind of just like oaky, woody, barrely flavor and boozy, and that's
It
kind of.
lingers a little bit too.
Yeah.
I would take a drink. There's a little bit in the nasal cavity there, just woo.
Yeah.
I guess it's not flamethrower hot, but it's warm.
Hold on, here
Like-
comes the big gulp.
Ooh, let's see how that goes. Try that shit on.
I would do the
Do a
big
shot? All right, let's do it. We got to
You
get
know
rid of this
what?
somehow.
It basically is like drinking a shot. Like that ain't bad.
Cheers.
cheers.
Woo, that one warms you up a little more.
I wish Drew was on camera right there.
We need to set up like a GoPro, like on a neck thing that just sits right here for him. Get that play-by-play.
That was fantastic. That head turned a few times on that one. That is hot for the sake of being hot. There is very little caramel to it, except the color. There is no stone fruit that I could find. None of that dark fruit.
No
Just-
stone fruit unturned.
That's
That's terrible.
It's got booze and body's fine.
it was a little
It's not-
thinner,
It's not
but not
super thin,
awful.
though.
No, just
Body's like old school barley wine.
yeah.
That's
We said it's
what
11.5,
I'd say.
right?
Yeah, it's
So-
it's not in a bad spot. It's just there was nothing nothing really redeeming about
It's
this.
not, girl, look at that body.
Stefan's gonna go first too.
Yeah, you get a
I
score
go
first.
first? All right, fine. 1 1/4.
He was ready.
I thought I was going to put a bigger fight than that.
No fights.
seat,
Carlos, what is up, my man?
Carlos.
There's no video on Twitch. It's still not working. There is audio.
It's weird.
He's like, we can hear you. E Brewing Company, good stuff. What's up, E Brewing?
Give them another bottle of this. We'll take to them. for the good stuff.
E-Brewing was actually at Hops and Coaster Drops, if I remember right.
Yeah.
I didn't see them.
Jay, yeah. What's up, guys?
I unfortunately, they had a little bit of a line, and we were going somewhere at that point in time I think we were going to check on Chris Knight to make sure he'd been switched out.
We were squirt boating.
We might have been going squirt boating. So
The most underrated ride at the theme park, if I can be honest.
bumper boats. It was so much fucking fun. 9 drunk people on bumper boats is the funniest shit, especially when you have a whole bunch of drunk people around the edge.
Yeah.
Oh, it was fun. Except one guy got pissed when we squirted him when he was like on the edge waiting to get on the ride. I'm like,
You realize we're just...
you're literally in line to get on the squirt boats. Like, but anyway,
People are dumb.
so underrated. It went from like 5 people in line to a very long line when they heard us laughing the entire time.
That line did get full.
It went from literally like one group in front of us to just out the area. It was kind of funny. But E-Brewing, hope you had fun. I know Michiana was trying to find you Saturday night after they left us. I hope they linked up with you.
Hopefully so.
Matt, we will want to rinse after that one.
Fair enough.
He said a 1.5, right?
No, 1
1.25. Thank God.
You want to leave a little water in there for me?
I'm going to go with
Rinse that palate.
There's Pachanga behind you. No. I'm going to...
Not enough hands.
I'm going to go... You forgot mine.
Oh,
Or not mine, but somebody's.
Did I forget?
That is
Oh.
mine. I'm going to give it a 1. Like, it's not drain pour, but it's real close.
I was real close. I was just like, I don't know if I want to finish. I have to. So that at least makes it a 1, if not lower. So I'm going to 1.
So it averages to a 1.
It's a shots barley wine.
Hey,
Do shots.
Yeah,
Drew?
I would have given him a 1. It didn't taste like a barley wine to me. It tasted like if I had poured myself a whiskey on ice and then let the ice melt, and I woke up in the morning and it was there, and I was like, well, I'm not going to let that go to waste, and I crush it. That's what it tasted like to me.
Holy shit, that's a really good description.
Really. And somebody put a little bit of cigarette ash in
Watered
there.
down whiskey.
That's what happens at beer shares.
Yeah.
Like, oh, there's still this. All right, let's do it.
You know what, E? We definitely should have. We messed up on that one. E-Brewing was telling us we should have just cut the line, cut around back.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I think we've only ran into you
That's
guys
how I
one
roll.
time, and we try not to do it with people that we haven't met very much. Like, obviously with you guys, we should, hey, what's up, Drew?
Yeah.
But people we don't know as well, we try not to be that big assholes. Try is the key word. Sometimes by the end of the night, I didn't give a
Good
shit.
word.
I was cutting every fucking
Thank
line
you.
by the end of the night. But yeah, no, so that's a 1 average. Matt, what would you have given it?
You know, the ABV for me kind of will like compare that, throw that in there.
Only
a little
11
bit.
and a half for as hot as it was, just saying.
I know. So not great, but still like, I gotta give him credit for that, and I'll go to a 1.5 just because I'm usually the nicer
He
guy
always
on
has to
here,
be the highest
but
one.
you know,
Wait a second. Do you give points just because it's alcohol percentage?
Yes, he
it does help. Like when
Okay.
I'm looking for
I'm
something.
just asking. I
Would you
want to
like to
understand
know-
your scoring.
Would you like
When
to
I'm
know
looking
why
for
he
something to
does it?
justify
I
it,
bet you were totally bummed when that shit came out at about 450.
actually, not a 450 fan even before all that. So
I'm sorry. I tasted some of that shit before it came out. Like, every time you drink it, you're like, there is no fucking way.
yeah,
Yeah.
And then we were right.
7 beers later, you're like, there's definitely no way.
Yeah, when you can drink a case and be fine, other than diabetes, I'm going to go with probably not much alcohol. All right, so our first beer by Lumberbeard today, because we do have 2. The last one's actually by them as well. This is their anniversary ale, year 2. This is the bourbon barrel aged barley wine. Shocker, we're drinking another barley wine, guys. Anybody surprised by that? Anybody?
Are you like a theme or something?
Robust and flavorful bourbon barrel aged barley wine. Cheers to you and whatever you are celebrating. Released in January of this year. Well, it's going to get an extra point from Matt because it is a 16.2% barley wine.
Oh yeah, let's get this party going, boys.
What is the official tick for ABV for you, Matt?
I don't necessarily have one. It's just like, all right, so if a beer's meh, I can give them some credit if it's at least got a good ABV to it, just on GP. Like, hey, you know, if I got to drink something, it doesn't taste terrible, and I'm just looking to get fucked up, like, hey, you know, it's got something going. But like, you know, your blue juice that's like 14% and tastes like a Jolly Rancher, like that's like damn, because that's
That
not
shit's
only
dangerous.
delicious, dangerous, but it's like It makes girls pass out.
Makes certain guys at Hoosier festivals.
We thought that dude was going in the creek.
That was me, right?
No, not you.
E-Brewing, if you're still watching, what was your most popular beer this past weekend, man? Let me know what everybody was loving. We'll shout it out. Again, this is Lumberbeard Brewing's Anniversary Ale Year 2.
Please be below.
Was it Pumpkin that ended up being your top one?
It did not go first. The first one to go was the blue.
The seltzer went?
The seltzer went first. Then the pumpkin went.
'Tis the season.
Well,
I poured
especially
more
on
the
a hot
IPA than I
day,
expected.
like-
And then the Just Say It went. And then the blueberry.
The
dream,
Just Dream.
And then the Pharaoh.
I was pouring more of the IPA.
Pharaoh was like a bottomless keg. Blake and I kept picking it up going, this thing should be empty.
I poured more of those than I expected. With all the other options you had, the amount of people that would come up and say the Pharaoh. Now, I did have 2 people order it thinking it was the Jolly Rancher, and it wasn't, which was hilarious. When they because I had one person look at it like, okay, maybe they just imagined the color, took a drink, they're like, oh, that's an IPA. And I'm like, you ordered the Pharaoh, right? They're like, yeah. And I'm like, that's the IPA. And they're like, I wanted the Jolly Rancher. I'm like, oh, you wanted the seltzer? Yeah, that's not the seltzer.
So that was after you got the beers down, you didn't just give them the wrong one?
No, that was after I got it done. They straight up just ordered the wrong one.
Okay.
That's on the.
And it was hilarious because the look on their face.
It's because everybody was ordering the green one, and the Pharaoh label is green. So they were just, I'll take the green one.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That
My
makes sense.
Drew, you'd hear Drew, the Pharaoh, right? Yeah, okay.
Enjoy.
Now, I had one guy order it on accident, take a drink and go, oh shit, that's not what I wanted. And I'm like, oh, my bad. Once you finish it, I'll pour you a new one real quick. And he goes, no, I'm okay with it. And walked away. Like, no, this was a happy accident.
Nice.
I'm like, well, that worked. And
That's
that
a
was
new- that's
before
a
I
new
got it
name.
down. I just poured it the wrong one.
You got to remember that one.
Happy accident.
For the whole, like, screwed up the IPA line.
Yeah, that does fit your IPA.
Yeah.
You guys and your fucking IPAs. Ooh,
So speaking of beer
I
fest
like the
stuff,
nose on this.
I don't think we've been back on since the Hoosier Fest either, which we kind of got talked about there a little bit. That was, I think, actually pretty fun for a smaller little get together. Did you guys stick around for any of the music or anything, or did you book out after the?
We
beers
listened to
and
a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, we heard the one song from Weedus as of course the last one.
The big hit. Yeah. Yeah.
And,
Justin said they went through their peach seltzer and their sour first.
Nice.
I mean, on a hot day in the sun, I imagine like the seltzers and
It wasn't
the
nearly
fruitier
as hot
stuff.
as last year, though.
Not
thank
nearly as
God.
hot as last year, but it was still warm in the morning, especially like earlier on. It was
There was
hotter.
no breeze
Especially
Yeah.
not this year or last year.
this year.
It depended on where you were.
If you were next to windmill where they had that thing that was spinning.
Oh yeah, and the water right there.
creating breeze, they had a breeze.
Who was it that we were talking to? They had a great fucking breeze. It was the one that wasn't even pouring beer. It was the goddamn drunk goggle area.
Yeah,
They
yes,
had like
it
this
was.
gorgeous, great breeze. Like, and I was like, what the fuck is? How do you guys get this? Oh yeah, I played cornhole with drunk goggles on.
I got that video.
That is not true. I have played drunk cornhole before. It is not as hard as those goggles made.
Yeah,
Like straight up with the goggles on, like cornhole board right here. All right, throw it, hit the fucking tent to my left. I'm
He
like,
did.
I started aiming in my eyes like 6 feet to the right, still missing the board left. I'm like, I have played very drunk cornhole. I usually hit the fucking board. This is
I'm a
bullshit.
professional.
Drunk cornhole.
I am
too.
a professional drunk cornhole.
beer goggles are definitely.
A lot of basic Becky's at the fest.
That's funny.
I will admit, one of my favorite beers I had at the fest was a fucking just Crispy Boy Lager because I was hot as shit. And
Yeah.
they had it and it hit the fucking spot. Took a big old drink.
And can we all agree Basic Becky is a great seltzer name?
Write it down, Tyler.
Yeah.
I feel like E should probably get the first dibs of that one, but
Copywriting it tonight, you better beat me to it. No. All right, but to this beer, the anniversary ale.
so this is the first one that I feel like full-fledged barley wine flavor Not as sweet as the first one. Still get some booziness to it, but I'm getting more of what I think Barley Wine
It
should
needs
be.
a hair more of that caramel sweetness to me to really round it out. I think we're very, very close.
Is this barrel aged?
Yes.
Okay.
We're very, very close to a full functioning, great barrel aged barley wine, anything. But even with that barrel, it doesn't add enough of the vanilla to make up for the slightly less caramel sweetness. You give me just a hair more of that caramel, you start getting a little bit of that. You get it on the nose for sure with the fruits and stuff, but it's just missing a little sweetness to really round this out.
And it's a tad bit thin, not super thin, but a tad.
It's quite dry.
It
what I'd
is,
say.
yeah.
I mean, 16%. It's going to be dry, so
It's less boozy than the 11.5.
there's flavor.
Wait, you're telling me that's important?
Better barrel.
It's a better brewed beer.
No, it's definitely got a fuller mouthfeel. That's no question.
Justin thinks you're a pimp, by the way.
Thanks.
Is it because of his look or just like his personality?
I'm not sure, and I don't know.
Everybody knows I don't have
there.
a personality, Matt.
So, all right, so it's just kind of like you look like a pimp named Slickback right now, like
Yeah. I just took my purple jacket off.
jack
Take it on
it
the
off,
camera.
jack it off.
Did you just say that?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
But he did say he took his purple jacket off.
Somebody just gave it a thumbs up when you start chanting that. I'm just saying.
Yes.
Catch us on our OnlyFans.
Beards and belly buttons.
All right. Speaking of OnlyFans, the OnlyCans
Oh, yeah.
label.
Yeah.
That's freaking awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like I
That's a
saw
good
that
one.
label, I'm like, that is magic.
I think I talk about Tommy Lee.
No,
No,
he just put that shit on like TikTok.
Yeah, and then he
Yeah.
like broke TikTok to yank the picture, and now he's like got his own OnlyFans.
Fucking, that was ridiculous.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I'm sure you got enough money from Motley Crue. Well, he's
Bunny
Theoretically
Mouthfeel
should.
Davis is tuned in, everybody.
what?
So how is the mouthfeel on this one, John?
You know what? When I have the mouthfeel in this one, it is drier, like Stefan said, but the mouthfeel lacking some of that sweetness, and the mouthfeel is just a tad bit thin.
Not as creamy. The mouthfeel is not
It's
as
not,
creamy.
it's not a
as
super
that one.
creamy mouthfeel, is it?
Not a
Sorry,
creamy
she
mouthfeel.
drinks every
Yeah.
time we say mouthfeel, so we at least try to make sure she gets hammered on the very first go.
As soon as we know she's watching, immediately 8 shots.
Mouthfeel's very important.
There it is.
Stefan's like, fuck it, I'll get one in too.
Let's go. Now I know the game.
Basically, Bunny's husband sits next to her and just pours drinks. Like, he doesn't even get a drink half the time. He's too busy refilling her glass.
I'm still working on us like getting funding together for a Two Bearded Guys sponsored dry erase board that he can just keep track while she's not there. So when she comes
Speaking
back,
of which,
here's what
guys,
you owe.
we do need to pick up our River North beer from you.
Oh yeah.
That's a need, not a want. But no, I'm pleased with this beer.
Yeah.
But it is. Anybody have anything before I hit the score? We start the scoring on it, or nope? Just making sure I didn't step on anybody's toes. We got so distracted on like 15 different things that I wasn't sure if we actually talked about it that much.
I think it summed it up. A little there is a stone fruit flavor. Could use some more caramel to it. But
Perfect. Hey, we did talk about it. Real quick before I score, just to fuck with your brother at this point. So his brother's now doing shorts of our like different reviews. He's like taking our big ass video and like cutting them up into reviews. Well, we get so off topic in the middle of fucking reviews that he's gotten to the point where we had one where he fast forward and you could hear voices talking really, really fast and see us moving around animated. And he like popped up unicorn things above our heads, like
Or
in
My
thought
Little
bubbles,
Pony.
like My Little. He did one from I don't remember, something recently. Oh, the event that literally it starts and then you literally see the screen just go. It goes bye. The video disappears for a brief second and it's just a massive skip. You can hear me talking and then it comes back to me talking 6 minutes later about something completely different and it's now into the review. Like it is. He's having way too much fun doing it. We don't have to, which is great because I hate editing by any.
Oh, yeah.
Which
I have
is
no
why we
clue how
don't
to
do
do
it.
so he needs to find an artist, like a cartoonist, to then like make you guys into cartoon. Ever seen those where like regular talking and then you're doing all sorts of crazy shit?
That would be
yeah.
funty as shit.
And the poorer animation quality, the better. Like just like stick
Yes,
figures,
yeah.
like you know, duck mouths talking.
Yep.
Or just the hand.
I want us to be turned into South Park Canada people.
Oh, yeah.
With the
Oh, yeah.
Sock puppets.
And Stuffle and Ollie style.
There you
Google
go.
eyes.
Oh God.
Sock puppets.
Bob, have fun with it.
Yeah.
But that's the whole reason I went ahead and stopped before scoring, was just to make him fuck with some more shit. Yeah. But anyway, my score on this one, I'm very, very pleased. It starts to get closer to that perfect beer. I'm going to give it a nice 4. I know that same score I gave the one that didn't have the fruit, but it had more of the sweet, less of the fruit. This one has more of the fruit, less of the sweet, but it still comes out to such a great, great beer. I'm going to give it a 4.
Can we cuvee the two?
If I had more, that'd be fucking great.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Way to be a letdown.
We got more of one of them at least.
And he has like a swallow
I
left.
do.
Technically, we could have, and it's gone. Never mind. I was like, we could order.
Oh, the Brady?
Yeah, we
Oh,
had
that's right,
more Brady. That's the one we didn't have.
Gotcha. I mean, there's not very much. That's not a cuvee. Do I have to share with 4 people? It's like
Well, I was just gonna let you do it.
quarter ounce. Oh, I would have.
Yeah, you drank
Yeah,
it.
then we should have drank the
I love-
leftover
yeah,
of the beer
he has
review.
some.
Or
Well,
movie review.
Way to be a
mind.
letdown, Stefan. If I had a nickel for every time I heard that.
I
whole
think
bunch of nickels.
Yeah, exactly.
I will go with the 4 as well. I think it's a well-made barley wine, and I'm gonna go with 4 as well.
I'm 4.
Before I have Matt's score, Bunny just goes, "What River North beer? I thought they were just giving me free beer because I'm awesome." Just kidding. Well,
was-
about the beer, not the awesome.
Oh, is those ones like you were talking about the mouthfeel on, right?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
she loves a good mouthfeel.
She loves a good full mouthfeel.
She does. That is true. She loves that full body mouthfeel. Off screen, Matt, you're up. Not that you count.
This one, I know, since I don't count, I'm going to be a little more liberal with this one. It's more traditional barley wine style, I believe, but since it doesn't have as much of the sweetness, it's less appealing to me personally. Only by a smidge, though, so it's not search it out for me. So I'm going to give it a 3.75 just because of that.
Would you bump it up for alcohol content?
Yeah, this was a 16 and a half.
Oh, shit, no, you're up 4. Yep.
16%, bro.
Save it for myself, Stefan.
Yeah, no
16
problem.
and a half
That's
percent.
enough that almost gives it a 4.25. It just does not quite get it over the hump.
God damn it.
Yes, we get 2 off topic. I forgot.
Drew.
Wow. I won't let your influence get me. I was gonna say 3.75 for the same reason Matt said it. I think it was a decent barley wine, but I don't think I'd search it out again.
Fair.
I mean,
But it's 16%.
16 and a half.
It's my bad.
I work at a brewery that makes plenty of big beers.
That's true.
Yeah, you fucking do. Jesus.
I quit that. I'm kidding. Calm down.
Yeah, we're gonna.
I'm about to say, you didn't at Hoosier Fest.
Yeah, Occupation Day is coming.
I'm going to need some butter stuff at some point. Just saying.
It will not be butter stuff. We already have discussed this.
Yes.
I know, but I just want to make you do it and name it that.
No, it's going to be Orange is the New copyright.
I know.
That's what it was. Yeah, I was like, I
will
already had
say this
something
on
clever
public,
for it.
Whatever. Air.
Public air.
Yeah.
Hey,
Public
all 5
air.
people. Shush.
Well, that works. Well, more people watch it later.
I do actually.
It's weird. But no, I've never said that what the name was because you didn't tell us we could. So, but
Oh, that's fine. No, Orange is
I
the
do
new
love
copyright.
that fucking name.
Now, so is it going to be a slightly different color orange label to go along with that, or?
Maybe.
It'd be even better if there was no orange in any way in the label. Just orange is the new color.
It's not a green
It's
label.
like yellow and green.
That would be perfect. Let's do it. And I'm sending a case to the home offices. There you go, guys. Just for you.
Oh, my God.
You could almost do. I would do red and yellow.
What?
You didn't guys.
Red and yellow.
Oh no, it didn't
Because they
explode.
combine to make orange.
Well, no, that might say, yeah, that'd be that McDonald's. Then.
Oh my
That's-
god, that would be funny. Red and yellow.
But you got to make sure it's not the McDonald's red and orange, because
You
that
should
might come after
actually.
you.
We literally use McDonald's.
Have you? We need the ones that like
I've
have
got
a
it.
top layer of plastic. So the top layer would be like red, and the bottom layer would be yellow, and you put them
Interactive
together.
label.
Oh my God, you're breaking down, dude! You can weigh all these great ideas on the internet.
on the interwebs. On the interwebs.
E-Brewing's over here going.
Yeah.
Keep talking, Steph.
God, that's amazing. I like it.
Make like characters appear when you put them together. They don't appear otherwise. If like you pull them apart, they're gone, and put them back together.
It actually looks like a Reese's cup.
It's like one of those pens you turn upside down and then like the
You
girl
put them
flips
together,
it
it's the shape of a fucking...
We're gonna call it schmeeces. Schmeeces. Made with real schmeeces.
With a scratch and sniff.
I hate all of you because those are all amazing.
Yeah, just hitting like every niche thing you can do on a label.
It's easy.
All right. This is from Arcadia Ales. No longer exists. Handcrafted in Battle Creek, Michigan. This is the Serial Killer Barley Wine Ale. A classic award-winning ale at 10% ABV.
2017.
When the fact that I opened it, Drew's first response was, "Oh, it didn't geyser." It's a good sign. Or bad. One of the
10%
two.
is the lowest ABV.
I know. I was
I've
gonna
so
do the
far.
Price is Right, and that's the button you sacrificed for this. I can't bump.
No, we did price as well, yeah.
We did get rid of that one, didn't
God,
James,
dude,
we have...
all the ones.
Listen, I can make another layer of sounds, but he'll never be able to navigate to it.
Yeah, the nose on this is a bit concerning.
we? Well, the good thing is, they won't give a shit with what we score it.
The warning was out there.
Oh, I know.
It was.
I didn't
threw it
sugarcoat
out there.
anything.
No, not at all. I do.
There's just nothing there. It's creamy. It's a creamy mouthfeel.
It is a creamy mouthfeel.
A bitter, sour, dry finish.
And a creamy mouthfeel.
Creamy start.
Yeah.
Creamy start, bitter, dry, sour mouth finish.
With
no flavor in
nothing that
between.
is barley wine in there.
I mean,
On the
you
plus
give.
side, you don't have to give it a 4 because you can't seek it out.
Yeah, I mean, it is
I
a
wouldn't
unique
Oh,
group of
sweetheart,
flavors.
there wouldn't be a 4 in...
No.
There is not a 4 in this glass. That's what do you say?
You could give me 4 of those, and I'm not sure it would total to a 4.
You know what's really sad? It's not going to be my lowest rated beer of the night.
Wait, you have this above...
Oh yeah.
I would
I'm in
way
total
rather
agreement.
drink this.
I would drink this again.
I mean, almost like some mintiness or something like that. I don't get a sour out of it.
I get a sour infection at the end.
No, it's 2017, 5 years old. It would have spewed.
I was gonna ask how old this one was. I didn't know if Tyler said.
But it's that flavor that I'm getting, though. Like, it's a...
Yeah, it's not an infection.
I mean, I guess you're getting minty,
No, it's
is
like-
what you're saying,
To me,
but...
it's like coriander.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go, going fancy with it.
You know what?
I wish
That
Snow was
makes
here
sense.
to tell us the
That
actual...
makes sense, though.
Yeah.
That flavor, that is kind of... Either way, I don't fucking like it.
I do go first.
It's not
with
like an
it.
infected sour. That's all.
No, I think you're right.
It is probably like a weird after flavor.
It's a little tart.
Yeah, whatever. But it does taste different than an
I'll give you
infection.
that. I'll give you that. I was wrong.
Which could come from the barrel.
But actually, I mean, this is what you do with barley wines, though. I
Age
mean,
the shit out of
they're
them.
supposed to age.
Fuck yeah.
So,
I mean, you have.
I was-
You have
I-
one
I heard-
aging right now.
yeah, I got one. I got a bunch in the fridge at home.
Oh, it's not about the barrel.
Oh, yeah, there's one in the barrel. Yeah.
Woot woot.
There's not much to say about it.
It's not the worst beer
John,
we've
you're
had
first.
today.
It's not great. Don't get me wrong. But it's not the worst beer I've drank tonight. So I'm going to go 1.5.
I think I'm going to do the same. Yeah.
To me, it is the worst. I don't like that finish at all. It's 0.75 for me.
And now you got to do math.
We've had it pretty easy so far.
I know.
It's actually pretty consistent scoring, more so than normal.
So 1.25.
It helps when you have a lot of people that like this style of beer. You're less likely to get as wide a ranges because for the most part you're looking for the same thing. You're like, for me,
Yeah, sure.
it's more that finish I found more unpleasant than the overly boozy bullshit of the Indiana City.
Yeah, it was a finish on this. I mean,
Yeah.
it didn't have a bad nose.
No,
You
not-
got
the nose was great.
I was expecting, like, oh, yeah, this is 5-year aged barley wine. It smells like it's supposed to.
Just any and all flavor just dropped out.
Yeah, it's just for me, it's that finish was more unpleasant than the I need to a shot glass with the Indiana City. Like that was the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting beer. Huh.
I'm glad we tried it.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Plus, it's fun that we get to try something that literally will never be around again.
I didn't think it was as horrible
So what would you score it?
Probably a 2. I know. I see the eyes. It actually.
I fucking love Drew.
The nose was.
I know what I said. Fuck you.
I thought I was hopeful when I smelled it because the nose smelled really good.
I agree.
But yeah, I agree. The flavor had definitely fallen off. And I would say the barrel character kind of almost turned to almost like a port wine flavor. So,
I think we should try port wine to compare it.
No.
John's really pushing that
That was
wine.
really
Pushing
fast.
wine, do
That
the
was
sweet
very,
wines
very
in the
fast.
back. Those got the ABV, right?
I honestly think the nose almost gave it a lower score for me because I liked the nose so much. Like, it was better than I expected. And then the finish was worse. That I think my expectations had went from low expectations based on what you said to the nose, okay, bro, and then dropped again. I think that almost hurt it for me. Matt, you don't count. What would your score be?
I'm a little bit the opposite of that. Like, when I took the first sniff, I was like, something about this just seems like it might be off. Like, I was a little apprehensive on the nose, and normally my sniffer's not very good, so I don't know if that counts for much or not. But
It's only 10%.
so it doesn't have that to carry it back up, and that's why it's getting a 1.5, just like the other one.
That's fair.
I worry about you. So we're going to have this lovely Oktoberfest. And then we're going to take a break. So,
Which no one picked the Oktoberfest most anticipated beer.
shocker on Barley Wine.
Probably
Night.
one night.
It's only September.
See what he did there?
There's so much I love about that comment.
This is Toppling Goliath. Limited edition Oktoberfest Lager.
What's up, kiddo?
Raise a glass of Oktoberfest in celebration and watch as this light dances off its rich amber color. Enjoy a beautiful bouquet of soft caramel and biscuit before the first sip blankets your palate with malty notes of fresh baked bread.
Ooh, blanket your palate like it's like my tongue's getting tucked in.
You coming over here or you heading back up, sweetheart? Make it quick.
She had 2 hours of cross-country practice and then 2 hours of basketball
Yeah,
practice.
she said the
So
fact that
that's
she
4
ran
hours of
down
a
the
lot
stairs.
of stuff.
The
Yeah,
fact you
that's a
still
lot of
ran down
practice.
the stairs is impressive because I'd have fell down the stairs.
She's running.
Without all that running.
She's varsity as a 6th grader for her middle school team on cross country, and basketball is off to a 2-0 start. Nice work.
My girl.
She's a delicate flower, John.
Since when?
What? I thought that would get a laugh.
Do you remember which child you're talking about?
Yeah. Make sure you guys pay attention.
Pretty light for a barley wine.
This is our palate cleanser. At least I went with a big name, you know. Little Toppling Goliath.
Yeah.
That Toppling Goliath, people, all they see is the sour, so getting to throw something else out there at people.
All the Fundito Fandangos.
The Fandito!
Fundito!
Fandangos! I mean, they do have a lot of the IPAs
IPAs are good too.
Yeah.
Kisu and all that.
yeah.
That's it. I was like, in my head, I could see the label, and all of a sudden it was straight up like,
Pseudo-sue.
Yeah, the dinosaur.
I could see the fucking dinosaurs.
Or
That's on the
Dorothy's
can?
Old World.
I didn't like that one very well.
It's fine.
It's a thin-bodied barley wine.
Yeah.
I'm not getting any
No
dark fruit.
caramel, no stone fruit.
Mid light and color.
Kind of biscuity.
That's kind of bullshit. All right, Tom.
I really don't like this. Is such. We've drank nothing but barley wines. I'm drinking this. I'm just like,
Trying to get
God,
your
my
brain
tongue actually does need a break.
and trying to get your
That
brain
won't be my
Yeah.
lowest score.
trying to get your brain wrapped around this. Honestly, this could say barley wine and taste like this. Probably still higher score than at least 2 beers for me. While I'd be bashing it for not being a barley wine, you know what? I'd be like, well, you know, it's not a great barley wine, but it's still a 1.5 or something like that. Like,
It's a decent drinker.
Not
Alright.
the color it should be, but
So the whole life thing, barley wine is life, but there's other things that are included in that.
damn straight.
Quads. I would argue like Eisenbach's, Doppelbach's
For
should
sure.
be included in that. Those are the 3 main ones I can think of. So
What's really funny is I tried to find a quad, and there's one over there, But like other than that, we've had that one relatively recently. I was trying to find one in our stash. Like,
Yeah.
I'll throw in a quad. Like that'll.
Should have said something. I would have brought one.
I'll fuck because Stefan and Drew will understand, but like it'll fuck with people and think it's just a barley wine show, and then I couldn't find one.
River North or Freedom would have been our best.
And neither one of them. I don't have one from either one right now. But no, trust me. I was like, I straight up was like, no, I didn't even think about an Eisenbach or anything like that, which I don't think we have any right now.
Yeah.
But I didn't even think about that. But I was like, oh yeah, quad. They'll understand. But
Yeah.
random people might not. And then that's the one I knew was there. We just had it the other day.
That was pretty good, though.
Yeah, but we
That one
literally
surprised
just
me.
had it the other day.
That was a $50
Fair.
too.
Just saying it was good.
Yeah. And then I didn't like any of the beers I had from that place, so I really
Yeah, he
rolled
bought
the
a
dice on that one.
$50 4-pack
what's the
of
brewery?
a beer that he hadn't had a single beer from that brewery he liked.
But it was the good one.
But liked that one because of the can art.
Can
And then
art
it fucking
is
tasted great.
Can art,
really
so
important.
It's a brewery in Baltimore. I forget the name of it, but
you want to buy Damn It every time.
I don't know what you're talking about. Don't know what you're talking about.
He's mad when it's not named Dan.
I still am mad.
It's coming back.
It's fucking better.
Just gotta be patient.
I haven't bought a single can of the others.
That's too
I
bad.
mean, I've drank the shit out of them, but
by not buying the last one.
I didn't have to. Somebody at ICB brought some for their last day, and I drank a shit ton of them. I didn't have to buy it. I drank them for free. Somebody else paid for it.
I brought it to the festival so I could drink it.
That one actually was really good. I'll give you that.
Come on, just say it. Like, that's kind of the thing.
Just say it.
Okay, we will.
Okay, we will.
Wham! All right, but seriously, back to this
this
beer.
beer we barely talked about.
It is. It's nice.
I mean,
and biscuity.
comparatively to everything else, like, well, it's kind of bland flavor.
I like it because it's a very easy drinking Oktoberfest. It's got the malt, it's got the biscuit, it's a little extra malty than a typical lager, but not overly spiced. A lot of Oktoberfests can hit you with a ton of like spice that isn't as pleasant to everyone. Sometimes, and especially when I was using it as a palate cleanser in this case, it was nice just having a fun, malty, light drinking, easy drinking beer.
But you described me because most of the more traditional Oktoberfest that I have,
John likes the
that
spicy
spice
ones, if I
usually
remember
throws
right.
me
Yeah.
off. Like, I'm not a fan of
I like
that
a little bit
flavor.
more sweetness.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. But for some reason, I thought you liked a little more of the spice. But it's nice. This was easy malt. Not quite as sweet as some of them, but
Yeah.
still very easy drinking. I was very approachable. For someone who's like, I don't drink big time craft beers, this would be kind of a fun one to hand them and be like,
Okay.
I found a beer you'll probably like. Here you go.
Yeah.
Fair point.
Stefan goes first.
All right. I'm going to go 4 1/4. It's a very well made lager. I mean, you got everything in there you're supposed to have. That's really what it comes down to.
Crisp, clean, easy drinking,
Yep.
biscuity, malty.
And people don't give lagers the credit that they should.
We've had a lot of
Right.
4 Pilsners and
Lagers,
lagers lately. We've had a lot of them lately.
Lager.
Literally the hardest thing to do is
Well,
lagers.
that's
And
why we always
that's-
we
yeah.
judge new breweries. If we see a Pilsner or a lager on their tap list, if we're sitting there drinking their stouts and they're great stouts, whatever, we end up judging the brewery based on the Pilsner and lagers because there's nowhere to hide. We went out to River North, and I'd been there before, and I'm throwing shit. But we've been out there before,
Fuck that right out the window.
and
Fuck it out the window,
it
son.
was funny because like they're trying the anniversary stouts and shit we'd had here before, and
We didn't have the
I was
anniversary
like,
stout here before.
no, I
That's
said
why- that's
and
half the reason
things.
we went to Denver.
things.
20%.
But we 22.
20%.
But we immediately
overshoot.
grabbed, like, John and I ordered, like, the Pilsners and Lagers. And John just goes, fuck, they really don't do bad shit. And I'm like, I know!
Nothing like a great lager.
But I
Lager.
mean, I'm going to give it a
But-
4 1/4. Like,
The thing is, like, you do barbecue.
Yeah.
I buy one thing when I go to barbecue places, and it's their brisket if they have brisket. Because I know that everything else is done well if they do brisket well.
Yep.
And you guys talk about lagers and pilsners. That's really what it comes down to.
I've rarely had a brewery that did a good Pilsner or Lager that I was then disappointed with other styles. Like, even if it didn't, like, really, like, hit me in that, like, 5 range, it wasn't like I was like, oh, you suck at this. Because if you could make, you have nowhere to hide. If you could make a good one,
Yep.
odds are you can make it good about anything else.
Yeah.
Unless you try to do weird adjunct shit, then it gets a little
Can you sum it all together as one word and make that a beer? Make it good about anything else?
I will go. I was going to go with a 4. I think it's super crushable. I know now that during this time of year, if I'm looking for a good Oktoberfest, I know I can rely on Topping Goliath for it.
I thought it was on this paper. Something we're supposed to talk to him about.
Okay.
I had to make sure it was still there.
So
Is it still there?
I gave it a 4.
4? You suck.
That's fine.
So it comes out to a 4.25 average. John sucks. It's fine.
You guys almost talked me into going it, but then I want to just go along with the crowd just because. So I stuck to my guns.
Good job.
Good job. I'm proud of you for sucking.
What about you?
I do want to be accepted. I'm gonna go 4.25. You guys did talk me into it.
Hang on, it's a 15%er.
It's not though.
I just want to know what your bump is.
Well, see, when it's already good, it's
Dude, if he had an Oktoberfest at 15%, he can try to say if it's already good,
No,
it won't change that. Bullshit. That motherfucker would give it a 5. If he had a good Oktoberfest like this, that was also a 15%er, that fucker would be giving it a 5 right fucking now.
No, it would probably go to
Bullshit.
a 4.5.
Bullshit.
It's not going to be that top shit. Like the 4, 7, 5, and 5
Bullshit.
are my favorite beers I've ever had.
Yeah.
It's not going to 5. It's not.
Bullshit.
No. 4.5 for quality of like, hey,
If
this
he
is
got
good
a
and it's
Keystone
strong.
drinkable style lager like this,
If
where you could
Keystone
just
was-
slam them, like you could slam that lager. If he had a slammable 15%, that fucker would give it a 5 every time.
You throw Keystone on it, he'll get a 5 every time.
You know, I try to go down to a 4 and keep myself in check because I search that shit out all the damn time.
So, you know labels peel, right?
Yeah.
So. But
Oh my god.
Oh!
judge the score.
I know what you're doing over there.
Judge the score. Wrap a can. See what the score is.
I want to do it.
Well, it's one of those
Little blind tasting going on.
Yeah, we've done that before.
I've had blank cans.
Steel Reserve.
Yeah, Smokes did a Steel
Steel
Reserve.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
that's awesome.
brown bagged 3 bottles. One of them was Steel Reserve, and we're like, "This is pretty good. What's this?"
No, we did. I called it. I said it was a malt liquor, domestic malt liquor, but I couldn't figure out what the fuck it was. But it was also a lot better than I thought it would be. Now, as soon as it warms up at all, that shit sucks.
Yeah,
We need to do that again.
Ice cold,
I want some more blind
fucking
tasting.
good. As soon as it warms up even like 3 degrees, oh, you better drink that shit fast. Drew, what would you score this one?
I give it a 4. I would order it again.
My man. Feels 15%.
No, it doesn't feel
What's-
that, but it feels like something that I would order twice. If I was eating wings at Wings, etc., and they had this on tap, I'd order it twice.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Oh, that would be a good wing beer. Yeah.
I hate parents. Coaching baseball sucks sometimes.
Yeah.
When you tell the players, hey, you're in high school, so I'm telling you. I'm not telling your fucking parents, I'm telling you. Here's the fucking schedule. I just got a text from my parent, what's the schedule for this weekend? I don't know, ask your fucking kid. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Everything's fine.
Not those kids anymore, though, huh?
Not in a good space right now. Don't mess with me, people.
Push his buttons. Push his buttons.
So that is going to be the end of the first part of the show. We're going to swap guests. We're going to have an even better time because now Dr. Drew, the salesman, has to come on. He's going to be selling that hopper instead of just the pretty face that does
pimp.
it.
The pimp.
It's going to be the guy that does the job.
Instead of the knowledge, you get the bullshit artist.
Damn straight! Bullshit artists.
I think we made it this far.
But no, I love having these guys on. This is a fun show so far. I'm TBG_Ops guy.
What dog being Q?
The guest currently,
Stephen King.
the guest in a minute,
Dr. Drew.
and behind the camera, the one, the only. Man, you're glad you can't see him, but he does have a sexy hat on today, and you're going to see it on Drew's head shortly.
I'll stream that.
Later, y'all.
Oh, shit. Wrong screen. I had 2 weeks off. All right.
until they start paying. Yeah. Hey, that's us. Hi guys.
How many?
There's 2 of us, except right now.
Actually, there's 3.
there's 3.
Actually, there's technically 5 in the room.
Nah, his hair ruins it.
You mean accentuates?
Does I have some?
So do I. I just cut mine. He's bald.
Shit! I don't have a good burn button. Damn. Wait.
That's actually good.
Kelly laugh.
Welcome back to the Barley Wine episode. We have 4 beers left because we added one. Because hell, why not, right?
Hour 2 does not get darker.
No, it's pretty.
Because
much
it's already
the
been.
same.
Yeah. It's, yeah.
I mean, we just gotta maintain it. You know. Honestly, if one gets too dark or too light, they fucked up.
Yeah.
Except for the rando we just added. Although it's nostalgic. What?
Not yet. Keep that shit on wraps.
I'm so happy. Mostly because of the look on his face earlier.
I know.
Yeah, no, he was out until you pitched the label. And then he's like, God damn it. Just, it was like Scarface, like, just when I thought I was up, he put me back in.
But welcome back.
You son of a bitch.
I'm TBG_ops guy.
A dog, B&Q.
The new guest
Dr. Drew.
from the cheap seats is now.
Stefan.
And behind the camera, the one, the only, the handsome, but I'm glad you can't see him. It's for us only.
I just realized that I fucked up. That wasn't Scarface, that was Godfather. Off screen back.
He had to fix his movie reference.
Yes!
I've got a video of him putting on the Sparkle Fart shirt. And so he's obviously, naked. It's a full
Well, not
chest.
just waist up. I'm not completely naked. I didn't take off my pants to put a shirt on.
Not from the video.
Wait.
That's how normal people do it.
Yeah, I take my pants off, put my shirt on.
Yeah.
Takes their pants off, and put their shirt on.
What's wrong with you?
Apparently a lot.
I put my shirts on one leg at a time, all right?
We'll see. There might be a video.
That
floating
video
out
I
there
wanna
on
see.
YouTube where you can see bare chested off screen Matt. Just briefly. Because he's supposed to be off screen.
I will say how many people ended up buying that shirt or asking for it to be remade. Cracks me up.
I'm a little bummed I wasn't the only one wearing that shirt, though. Brandon has...
That's because
Well, it's one of those things where
I know,
if he's going to make one.
I understand it probably makes more sense, but I thought I was really special there for a minute, hence why I got the unicorn shirt. And then I was like, oh, there's other unicorns running around, too.
well, you were. It was going to be just you,
Sparkle
but
farts.
other people saw the
Sparkle
conversation
Yep.
on Facebook.
Oh, is that
And
how it
asked
blossomed
for it.
out? Okay, fair
And then
enough.
more people saw your shirt and wanted even more.
Yeah.
So he's literally going to make more of that drink because it was popular.
It was
and
pretty
a lot
tasty, too.
more of the shirts because they were real popular.
That was what a 9... It wasn't as strong as yours. It was a 9% seltzer, I think, and cotton candy flavor, and it was very refreshing on that warm morning.
It's a shirt company that's also a brewery, eventually.
Yeah. He kind of started the opposite way of
grassroots.
everyone else, but it seems to be working for him.
That's an
Way to get
understatement.
your swag.
I'll tell you what, you guys go to events. I see more Tarnished Hollow merch,
Than
like
anything
walking around these events, than any other.
And it's
brewery.
merch that stands out. You know how many of those tie-dye hats I saw?
Oh,
All.
well, and I loved it. He had those misprints, and he had like 5 misprint hats, and the only thing wrong with it was like the end was partially blurred, where it just didn't
Are
print
you just
right.
flipping everybody off right
He
there?
sold it for $5 each, and so he literally just had 5 extra people walking around with dirt cheap hats that made people go buy the expensive ones.
Yeah.
I'm like, you fucking clever bastard. He's like, I know. Like the grin on his face.
Was his
was
answer
just
not,
like,
I know how to swag?
like, there's a reason you see more of my merch. It's fine.
I sold last year's Hops and Coasters shirts. Or Hops and Coasters,
Lord of the Hops.
Lord of the Hops.
You did.
I
saw a handful of those walking
Yeah.
around too.
Yeah.
By the way, we're starting off with a big hitter. This is one of my favorite regional breweries and one of my favorite barley wines ever. This is Straight Jacket by Revolution Brewery. I started to pull out the strawberry jacket just
That
because
was good,
and it is, but I'm like, you know what? We had mostly straight barley wines or barrel aged barley wines. I'm like, we're going with just the OG, that one that when you think of Revolution,
That's it.
you think of Straight Jacket.
So,
Maple Jack
And they
is
should
really
be
good,
coming
too.
close to
There's
this
one in there.
point where they're going to be announcing this year's stuff soon. So
I thought they already did.
they might have.
I do have a barley wine naivete question.
This should be good.
It seems like majority of them seem to be barrel aged, but I know they're not necessarily all. But is it more common that they're barrel aged than less?
Well, there's an interesting story about it.
Ooh, regale us.
Want to hear it? Here it go. So, if you notice on most of the cans of barley wine, it will say barley wine style ale.
Or
It's not that
American triple IPA.
No.
No, that's called bullshit barley wine.
Okay, fair enough.
But in order to be a true barley wine, it must be aged for 3 years before it is a true barley wine.
Oh, okay. So why not throw it in a barrel?
Throw it in a barrel. This one is, I think they do anywhere between like 18 and 24 months in a barrel. So it's still a barley wine style.
I mean, they don't put barley wine style on theirs.
Okay.
So, I mean, I believe you're right, because I've always read
like
18 to 24, but this does... Here, hold on real quick. It actually tells me on the can. Why are we arguing? Our barley wine ale features American and
That's
Belgian
American,
malts,
goddammit.
which provide the base of the extraordinary ale. After 12 months in bourbon barrels, the award-winning straight jacket emerges with notes of stone fruit, toasted coconut, molasses, and vanilla, coming in waves at you as you swirl the glass. Enjoy now or later.
See you later.
Are they towing the
aware.
line of the smaller swirl right there?
Be aware that what you'll see on CanCam is going to be different than the new.
Yeah, that
years
is not
coming
the
out.
that is not the current can.
They
label.
they have changed up their labels
Not
on
a
their wood
ton
series.
for straight jacket, but
No, that's a ton.
oh, that is brand new.
Yeah.
Because I have this past
gold.
year's, and that's not that one. That's like a fancy label.
Holy shit balls!
Totally brand new. Totally.
That's kind of good because now I can tell which years are which.
Yeah.
Well,
Other
because
than the date on the
well,
bottom.
even last year's was that label art.
If I feel
But a richer-
involved, I can look.
It was
flip
a
over.
richer, darker color scheme. Like nothing was light. Like these are kind of light orange. This year's was more of a robust, like reds and darks. That they just went, you know what? New can.
Here's their Death Star.
Page 1 rewrite.
Oh, that's cool as shit.
Oh yeah, they're gonna have a.
They found a label person.
They did. That's all. That.
They found a graphic designer who went, "Hey guys, I can do this," and they went, "Yes."
They have this year a Lumberstruck, which is a black barley wine ale, aged in wine barrels,
By the way, this is from 2020.
oh
and a
shit.
Thundertaker, which is a rice house.
Oh, this is
Great name, by the way.
This has been in the.
If that's not like decoed like the
This has been
Undertaker,
in our
I'm gonna be
cellar fridge.
so let down. I mean, it's probably as legally close as they can get there and keep it similar next year, but I was hoping
It's like Igor with the
Oh
coffee
yeah.
in the back.
Wait, what other one is there?
That's tasty.
It is a-
Is that a profession or something?
There's one in every town.
It's a 2020 and it hadn't really dropped off.
No. I think it's gotten better with age.
I mean, the good ones do get better.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The dark
my
fruit
God.
flavors that you get out of them is partially actually oxidation. The oxidation adds to that dark fruit flavor that you get, much like you get with the port wine.
That makes
So
sense,
it's
I
very,
guess.
very similar. So, young ones may start out much more caramely, but as they age, they should pick up more of that oxidation, more of that dark fruit. Thus, meaning an actual barley wine is 3 years old.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Huh. That's tasty. What are you thinking over there, Mr. Knowledge? What do you think of this one?
I'm going to say there's 3 barley wines in the country that I've had, and they've
That's
had
it.
3 of
He's
those.
just had the 3.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Stick to what you know
No,
till
I'm
tonight,
kidding.
huh?
These guys, Goose, Anchorage.
Anchorage makes
they
a stupid
are
good barley
the
wine.
quintessential barley wines of any place you're going to get a barley wine.
They're so expensive, Anchorages, though.
Yeah.
That barley wine we bought that time.
It's
The West
great.
Dip?
You know what it is? They're taxing us just like we tax them.
Well, yeah.
Like, it's going to cost you $2 extra to get it to Alaska. I have a friend that's from Alaska.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, everything's way more expensive there than here. So they're just getting back at us.
Oh, absolutely. I don't blame them in the least.
But
Because
factually,
we're all buying it out.
yeah, it just makes it expensive from us. But
Like, it takes, what,
it makes
5
sense.
minutes for any of their, like, big shit to sell out on, like, Tavor or anything? Like,
Yeah, even like the $50 bottles, you're like, oh, that's still sold out. Good for you guys.
I mean, we bought a $50 12-ounce can once.
It's 16,
It was a
It
12.
was
Was it 60? Oh, my God.
but it was wax dipped. In their defense,
It wasn't the top that was wax dipped, though.
Wax-dipped
It was the bottom.
I know. I mean,
you have to be able to open it.
That was a hilarious jab.
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
it was.
and it went. It just looks
still
cooler
got the
too.
can
You
over
can
it.
keep it on there.
It's empty though.
That is fucking...
Yeah.
that beer is brought to you by Water Performance Technologies on the right side of your screen, LLC,
Oh, the Anchorage? Yeah, that's
also
true.
known as Ugly Pete's Water.
Thank you to all our sponsors. That is a good segue, though. Especially Water Performance Technologies, LLC, and Turfs Up Radio, your industry, your station.
Our drunken shenanigans.
Because without Turfs Up, we wouldn't have our drunken movie review that we do after every one of these episodes. You can find on, everywhere you do podcasts. Two Beerded Guys drunken movie reviews. This week...
Are we tantalizing with what we're doing today?
Well, I was literally in the process of telling them what we're
I
doing.
mean, we're going to full tell, or we're just going to
I'm literally in the process of telling them. Like I do every time we do this.
Sometimes you can leave
Nope,
them
do it every time once we start.
Later interrupt, man.
Once we start, we do it every time. It is founder, shitty
Oh, this is going to be even more fun conversation than I thought.
Over 1 billion served.
I was like, pay attention to the billboard in the back, or, or
in
where
case
the
you ever
largest
wonder, in case we
fast food
forget to talk about it,
franchise.
usually there's a hint behind us.
Yeah.
Assuming we remember to do that and I forget to do this. So 50-50 on each one.
It should be one of those things like that. If somebody can guess our movie based upon the sign, they'll get a shout out.
Oh, okay. I was like, don't make me
That
do
works,
shit.
yeah. Let's not worry about shipping things.
Yeah, no, we're not.
You get a free shirt from Hop. No.
Just hit up Drew.
All of a sudden, Drew just starts getting random notifications.
Wouldn't be the first time.
We get a phone call. Fuck you guys. That's all I gotta say. Fuck you
Why
guys.
are people messaging movie names to me?
No, I wouldn't put it past Steph and Drew just making sure like the Two Bearded Guys logo and like a red X through it, and then that's what they send out on.
No, it's a middle finger over the Two Bearded Guys label. Here's your free shirt, motherfuckers. Oh my god, I'd be okay with that.
Oh, hey, comments are working, at least on the YouTubes. Brad Pitford's on, so
that's
glad
good.
to see you
I
guys.
stopped watching.
He said wishes it was in person, though. Wah, wah.
You know where John lives.
He stood out in the driveway
In the rain, because it's been raining all
for
day.
45 minutes waiting for Tyler to pick him up.
With his backpack and no umbrella, because he thought his brother was coming.
So the kids say hi to Drew.
Little kids.
Oh, you should have chefed that. Hello, children.
Cover your ears. Tyler's gonna talk.
If it's his family, they're used to it. If it's not, then yeah,
No,
he's right.
His kids said hi, Dad.
Oh, your kid said hi, Dad. Oh, well,
I
in that
don't
case.
have kids.
But no, your family.
That you know of.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good point. Kevin Groover says, "What's up? What's up, Kevin?"
What's up, Kev?
Kev? Sorry if you posted that a little bit ago. I forgot to be watching comments for a minute. But anyway, back to scoring this. This is
Don't
Straight
have
Jacket.
Facebook comments yet.
This
But
is the 2020 Straight Jacket from Revolution. God, they're such a good brewery. Not like we have stuff behind us for
They're
them.
my favorite.
They're my second favorite. River North wins.
We know.
But it is time for
it is close, though. You know.
me to score first. It hasn't changed in 2 years. It's a 5 still.
It's 5. That's a barley wine.
No, it's my favorite barley wine. I'd give it a 5 too. I've got straight jacket at home. I got maple jacket at home. I got strawberry jacket.
Like,
at home.
I'm happy.
I buy.
Even a beer like that I buy as often as I find it, basically, I'm still happy if I think that can or that batch wasn't as good to give it a lower score, because I still know that on a whole, they're always great. It doesn't change. I've never had one, like, of the base straight jacket that I was like, you know what, this isn't a 5. And it is fucking fantastic. Matt, before I get the professional's opinion?
I think I would just have to keep the train going. I mean, that's 2 years old. It's still fucking delicious. It holds up, which I know the goal is for it too, but it doesn't always happen to be the case. That was good then. It's good now. Every time we get it, it's good. Like, that's probably the quintessential barley wine that I've got on top of my mind. Anchorage does make good ones too. I'm not as familiar with theirs as I am with this one, because I can get this more readily. So this is like my barley wine benchmark.
It's 5.
Let me do my calculator real quick.
Just so you guys know, though,
6.
I do want to make a statement here.
That's the first universal 5.
No, well, possibly. But the first time we ever had this beer on the show
Was the first 5.
was the first ever 5, but it was not a unanimous 5. Some piece of shit gave it a 4.75.
Who did that? I mean, it couldn't be the guy that has his favorite brewery, right?
It was
Smoke Money and I both gave it a 5, and John's like 4.75.
Toilet.
Now I understand why he got named after it. He had trash palate. But anyway, yeah. No,
He's Jon, not John. See, I got your back, bud.
Thanks.
But seriously, that is such a fantastic beer.
I think they're going couch. No,
Wait, there's a toilet couch? I could not have to leave?
But I will say, every time we've had it since, John's always been like, fuck, that's fine. And shoot, like the next day, he even was like, I probably didn't get it.
No, that same night, after we got done, he was like, yeah, I underrated that.
That was the same night, you're right.
Yeah.
He was just kind of like, yeah.
He just never let himself live it down since. Like, he couldn't just admit it and move on.
Well, I can't let him live
Dennis Leary
down.
moment.
Well, I mean,
I'm an
yeah, because you won't let
asshole.
him, but I think a little bit in like the back of his heart, he still kind of holds that on himself, too, you know?
His favorite brewery, and he said, I don't like this shit.
Yeah, he
Oh,
basically,
yeah, Force of 5 means I don't like it.
On
I
that
mean,
beer, I think it does.
when you were the only one that didn't, and it's your favorite brewery?
That really is funny.
I had higher standards for 5, I guess.
I'm hopeful on this one just by the bottle shape.
Oh, is this the Pafrium?
Yeah.
Well, you get the little bubble.
Anchorage
Yes.
puts their beer in a bottle just like this.
For him.
So does Jackie O's.
It's like Chia, but different. Pafrium.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this one.
I am too.
He missed it earlier when I did that.
No, I saw it. There's nothing I can do through the monitor.
Yeah, so this is Freeham's. Freeham barrel-aged barley wine. Bourbon barley wine is spicy and a bit surly. A beautiful... Oh, hold on.
Surly, that's like a sailor.
A beautifully big sipper with soft hits.
Sure it's not hands?
Shouldn't that be hints? Shouldn't there be an N? Hits of caramel,
Oh,
baking
hits
spice,
works.
and oak. Spicy and impetuous now. With years of aging, this big brew will mellow with transcendent complexity and luscious mouthfeel.
Oh, they did it, Bunny.
This was made in 2021. It was aged 12 months. But yeah, no, the soft hits of caramel bugs me. Should be hints.
No, I mean, it could be either,
On
really.
the nose, I do get a lot of that spiciness.
On the flavor, I get less
You know what
spiciness
sucks?
than I
This is
thought
like
from
the
that
only
read,
one
which
you
I
don't have
prefer.
multiple of.
Yeah,
Do you?
sure.
I might have
I'm
missed
real
it over
sure.
there when I was digging around, but I
Hey,
know
well-
we pulled one out to put over there. If we can find another one, I want to put it in there.
Okay.
I like
Also,
this.
we need to unload the top shelf of that for the most part because it's a lot of Listerman bullshit.
That's really good.
That is, if you got a bottle,
I
over there,
apologize.
you're gonna lose it.
This would be that cuvee. Honestly, like
Oh, if the two blended, this is what we would have got?
yeah, this would be the mix of them.
Yeah, the barrel, the sweetness, the
Fuck, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This is tremendous.
It's got a great sweetness to it.
Yeah.
That
Did you... sorry, I kind of black out half of what you said. Did you say this the ABV on this one?
I didn't. Do
Is
you
it
want
on
to guess?
there?
It is. Do you want to guess?
Oh, we can play the guess game. See how good you guys are.
Matt, you get to go first though.
Ah, shit.
Guessing the ABV.
I know what it is. I got to stay out.
I give my guess.
Go ahead,
13.
John.
11-3.
Matt.
John sounds like he's read the label. I don't know. I'll kind of split the difference. 12-1.
Stefan.
I'm guessing around the 11.
And we have a dead on ringer at 11.
You know what? Fuck you, Burr.
I was like, even though we did closest without going over, unless you were real close.
No,
I
it's
was gonna
Price
go
is
ahead-
Right.
I was going to go ahead and give that to John because 11-3 was pretty fucking awesome.
It's Price
And
is
then
Right
I-
unless no one's under.
Yeah, give it right around 11.
God
Nailed it.
damn it.
Well done, sir. Well done.
I
Some-
said
sometimes
13
knowing you
because,
hurts.
the ones that taste the
It
best
hurts
are the
me
most
too.
dangerous.
A lot of times,
It hurts me too.
That was just funny as shit.
God.
And I love how he looked at the glass. Yeah, the cup.
Like for me, when a barley wine is sessionable, I know that it's high ABV.
Yes.
That is tasty as shit. It has a little bit. You get a little of the heat, but not an unpleasant. It's
Not
more
bitey.
Like, it's more just there.
Yeah, it's a lingering presence.
I love the caramel finish where it literally tastes like you're eating a caramel a little bit at the end, but except it's not overly sweet. You get a little bit of that fruit. Like it is the perfect blend of the two we were talking about earlier.
You know what's funny is, and I rate first, right?
You do what?
I go first.
Oh, okay.
Score
Rate.
first.
Rate.
That's it.
So the Revolution is like a perfect example of what a barley wine should be. It is the prototypical standard what it should be held up to, and it's a 5, no doubt. But this I actually prefer more, and it's still so I can't go 5+, but it's 5.
It might be better.
Yeah,
I don't think so. I think I like there's a certain aspect to the Revolution one
A certain je ne sais quoi.
that it's that flavor profile. I think I get it's slightly less sweet. For me, that fits. It's still sweet with slightly less,
And this is a little more sweetness comes out in it, which is
still very pleasant. And if you're a sweeter person,
yeah.
you'll
Just
like
like
this.
John.
If you're more abrasive, you're gonna lean the other way.
Oh my god,
Personally-
that makes the most sense of anything that's happened in 129 episodes.
Personally, I would still rate like if I had 5 and 5+,
Oh,
I would give.
they're both a 5.
I'd give the Revolution one better, but I still say like I'm gonna go ahead and score even though it's his turn. I'm gonna agree it's a 5.
This is
Whoa,
new
hey.
school barley wine.
Did he go out of turn, didn't he?
Yeah.
I just said that. Yeah, go ahead.
I know you just said
Yeah.
that.
I was
My
more
ears
yelling at
work
him,
just
not you.
fine.
We're just all surprised that you did it.
You, I like him. I like to yell at.
No, I'm a big fan of this. I would search this one out again. I'd give it a 5. In fact, normally I would say that Revolution was going to be the barley wine in the night, but I think this one has total balance. I think it's great. It's not too boozy. It's not too sweet. I think this thing's fire.
Stefan's commenting.
Go ahead and comment.
Like, is he
literally
try
goes, no.
commenting while
He
he's
literally
going?
goes, cut him off. He literally goes, "What up, dude?" And I can't believe I guessed right. No, because the problem is I have to it won't just automatically show today. Like something's fucked up. So I keep having to go off the screen and come back. And I was like, oh, I haven't checked in a minute. And I went off and come back 2 Stefan comments.
That's amazing.
But yeah, no, I agree with what Stefan said just right before that. It is a little more new school compared to the Revolution's a little more old school. But and I like the Revolution better, but damn, that is fucking stupid good.
That's amazing.
Matt, it's
Don't
an
make it
obvious
better
5
if you
for
started
the
commenting about your own comments on the show. You're like, God damn, that was insightful.
it was an average 5, obviously, from
Would
us.
that be a fifth wall break?
When you can't get a word in edgewise.
This did.
Matt, what would you give it?
This would be my 5+. I really love Straight Jacket, but dude, like this, you get heat, you get like a little bit of the burn, you get like the sweet, like you get a more of a roller coaster of flavor on this than I do the Straight Jacket. I love the Straight Jacket, but this kind of like has peaks and valleys dancing across your tongue, and this is really, really great. This is why all the Parfreem beers that we've gotten since the 2 that I had when we started, when John joined the Parfreemsters, like, I was expecting a lot more shit like this, and then I got a whole bunch of,
sours.
like, old school kettle fruited sours. What the fuck?
So good.
It's so good.
That is amazing.
Crying about kettle sours. Jeez.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's got to be the perfect blend of like old school and new school together. It's
That's
got
so
the
good.
sweetness. It's got. Hang on. Off-screen, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
You probably need to give the edge to the Revolution.
On the ABV, I can not disagree with that, but
flavor's making
the
balance.
flavor is making the
I'm just
outcome on
going
that
by
one.
what you're saying.
No, I
what
respect
the
that.
rules are.
I love
Yeah.
how Stefan does not let him live that shit
No,
down.
Hey,
He's like, wait a minute.
I embrace where I'm
Smell
at.
bullshit.
It's more of a redeeming quality and/or maybe let's figure out where it's
That
at
is so
bumper.
fucking great.
It's not gonna be like
Dude, I'm like an elephant. I don't
Okay,
forget.
Wilson.
that,
Like,
and
I
you
love
don't
how you
forgive.
started to move on with stuff, and then
And
it's
he's
just
like, no,
He
wait.
says his point, and then immediately just turns like, oh, motherfucker, I still got you.
No, that one's just a superior
I like
flavored
that.
beer, and
I
that's
say it to him to this day.
Oh my god. My favorite's when we do any beer of yours. Every comment Stefan makes is an Amish crack joke at Matt. Like, every time.
Yeah.
because I liked it and I don't like cinnamon. That's a compliment to you.
I'm an elephant. I do not. You will not live that down to the day you die.
That's
That
fine.
was good.
I'm glad that I like your beer.
Can we have another bottle of that?
Yeah, no shit.
We're gonna have to find that bottle.
Do not give it to Stefan. No.
Is there no? If there is, we're aging. I peed on it.
I peed on it.
We need glassware, guys. I only
No,
have...
you didn't, because that'd smell like a sour.
Oh, port barrel aged Doppelbock.
Where is that at?
Right here.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
You said you went through them all.
There's a lot of beer. I missed one. My bad.
German barley wine.
You had one job, bud.
Makes everybody happy.
Hey, you could ask John.
I
was
love anything in a
I
pork
was literally
barrel.
sitting down here earlier, like reorganizing the shelf, going through all those. Went through those. I missed one. My fucking
Might I
bad.
make a dramatic suggestion?
I'm gonna throw something at you.
How about instead of the beer that we already rated a couple weeks ago, we sub that one, and that could be a post-beer enjoyment. Or post-show enjoyment beer.
He makes some sense there.
Oh, god damn it, when he's right, the kid is right!
But I already
Fuck!
got it out, and I'm really excited.
But you have
We're gonna just drink it later and not rescore
So we
it.
just have to do 2 more.
Yeah. I thought you wanted to get drunk, Tyler.
Bourbon barrel aged.
Oh no!
Dark ale.
The can opened itself. I mean, you can pass the other one over here too. That's fine.
That's why I keep drinking water.
One of us is smart here.
Me, I opened the one I wanted.
You were gonna get it either way!
This way, I guarantee it.
I don't think that anyone's gonna back out of that offer.
That I want Stefan to drink the Stelgen Quat on camera. Well, behind the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good recovery.
I could switch seats if you.
You notice he saved
No,
all
I
the
like you there.
bangers for when I got off the camera.
Well, that's
Yeah,
right.
right?
I wanted the better. I mean,
That's all right. I get it.
He's not playing favorites
Whoa.
or anything. Whoa, wrong hand.
Whoa, not the 11-year-old. Not the 11-year-old.
she just straight drank that.
She was
shit.
totally ready
yeah.
for it. It's like, oh, yeah, me.
That was after I had to roll it.
Hey, haven't you already had your appearance? I'm confused.
Yeah, you already crashed this once.
But,
But what?
But?
Make it quick.
You have school tomorrow. Go to bed.
Wow.
Okay,
Love you. Hey, love you, sweetheart. Go to bed.
go to bed.
Jesus.
There's always room from hugs and kisses from your kids.
Oh, for sure. This is Monk in the Park. You chose wisely. Barrel Amongst Brewing Dark Strong Ale. Originally brewed as way back in 2016 as a one-off, this deliciously dark ale gained a bit of cult following, with fans feverishly requesting its return. Conceived as a hybrid of roasty imperial stout and a fruity Belgian-style quad, Monk in the Park is full of intense malty flavor and decadent yeasty esters. As the bottles of the 2016 version are still tasting great all these years later, we anticipate this batch will also age
We
gracefully.
won't know because we've drank our second can.
10% ABV,
You're welcome, Hop Lore.
but I feel like that's a good investment.
I mean, if it gets Stelgen Quat down the, going down the pipe, then maybe it's worth it.
Little Sasquatch.
Oh,
No.
I mean, it's a solid fallback when we get the C and D off the first one. See, now
Still
we're making
very
plans for a
pleasant.
second batch, Steph. Now you're already halfway in.
It's still a very pleasant beer.
It's good. I do remember the roast in this is pretty solid. It was kind of a confusing beer.
Oh no, we were confused as hell when we drank it the first time. I'm still confused as hell.
But it
I
still,
still like
works.
it.
Get your finger out of your ass, John.
Little fruity, little roasty, little stouty. Stefan is over there going, "You're all full of shit."
Or he's just trying to conceal his joy. I'm not sure which.
I'm not sure what to say. His arms are crossed.
I'm pretty good at concealing joy. You can probably tell.
It's just a weird beer that
It's a
works.
thief joy.
I really can't wait to see how this is scored. Since I know what the scores are.
From last time, yeah.
Well, actually, I don't remember exactly, but I have the ability to look when we're done.
I know. I'm aware.
Technically, I'm supposed to go first, but I think Tyler's going to take.
No, it's you.
He's trying to steal the conch again?
Oh, thank God. I gotta remember what I scored it.
You don't need to remember. Score it this time, baby.
Yeah.
This can this time.
This can
This
is
can
probably
this
not
time.
as cold.
No, it's probably the same.
Probably the same.
That was probably the same.
Yeah, but
Most malty things are drank based on the temperature of the
we
beer.
threw a drink in there, didn't he?
Right? You sound like Brian Kelly for a second. Family. Turncoat son of a bitch.
Notre Dame got it.
It was ugly, dude.
Notre Dame paid $1.25 million to lose.
Yep.
That is amazing.
It was ugly.
It's all right. Somebody else did too. Who was it? Wisconsin paid.
Oh, Jimbo Fisher at A&M.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wisconsin paid $750,000 to lose, and Jimbo paid $1.5 to lose.
There you go.
That is my favorite shit. I love when big teams pay these schools to come in and then get beat because those schools, those players were already like, we're just here to make money for the school, whatever. We're going to go out. It's our one nationally televised game. We're going to go out and try to make a highlight tape. Like, then they win and they're leaving like, dude, we just get paid like 1.5. Fuck yeah! The school's buying us strippers tonight!
Some BDS walking out of
Not
there,
every
just
school is
slapping
Louisville.
knees.
Every school's.
No, my bad. It'd be NIL money. The strip club gives them bunny
Fun bucks.
Yeah, fun bucks. That's their NIL deal.
I take that deal.
John's like, wait, I could sign that deal.
John's like, wait, there's fun bucks?
I think it's decent. I'd give it a 3.75. I wouldn't give it a 4. I wouldn't search it out. It's kind of like a porter to me. When you said something about fruit, I was a little worried about a chocolate sour, but
No.
it's not that. But it's more of like a porterish stout than a stoutish porter.
I get more of the fruit than I have in any of the like dark fruit.
Quadish Stelgian.
Like, I enjoy it. I love that difference, that
That's what they're
ability to give me something unique and without having to overdo it. A lot of unique beers anymore are overdone, where they throw like 40 pounds of fruit in something, or
40 pounds?
I meant in each glass.
Oh, that's more like it.
Yeah.
480 pounds. Yeah.
Oh, I was going per glass. Come on, guys.
Okay.
When I say shit, it's on a per glass basis.
Okay.
But like, this is something that's unique because they just took two flavors that everybody knows and went. And it almost came up. I guarantee this was created. They had two taps, one with their Belgian quad, one with their stout. Somebody fucking poured a glass that was half of half, and they went, "Oh shit, that works." I've done that at breweries. I'm gonna give it a 4.25. I enjoy the difference. I enjoy the uniqueness. I enjoy the little bit of sweet with a little bit of fruit with a little bit of bitter and no sour. Having that fruit with the stout, no sour, made me happy. 4.25.
Yeah, no, I'm at 4.25 as well. I think you get some complexity of flavor in it. You get a little slight bit of roastiness that balances well.
What'd you
Yeah,
give it again?
4.25.
Okay, just make sure I had it right in my head. So 3.75, 2 4.25 comes out to
About a 4.
Probably a 4.
I think it's a 4 even. Well, technically slightly
Law
above,
of
but-
rounding, probably 4.
3.99.
Stefan, we're skipping Matt for a second. What would you give it? Because you two are the ones I want to know what you thought.
I gotta go with 3.75 as well. That was my first inkling. I mean, I've had the stout barley wine blends,
Same.
and I hate to say it, but I just think they're far superior.
That makes sense. I give you that.
I suppose that's a fair critique.
Matt,
I felt like I went this last time, and I'm going to do it again this time. I'm going to agree with the two of you jabronis, and 4.25 it is.
so I don't ever write down your score. Sorry,
That's
so
fair.
I can't remember yours.
I don't know, I just feel pretty confident that I agree with you guys, and I thought you said the same thing, and I think we're all on the same page.
John went up a quarter point, and I went down a quarter point.
All right.
So I wrote the average, which I always do. Since
And the
I
average
just
was
write.
4.25.
Yeah.
But that makes me laugh that John found it
You're
even
a
more
follower.
No, I'm just right, and I go last. It's the difference.
John,
Okay.
I had
just
4.25 in my
that
head
kinda
when I picked
makes
up the
my day a
glasses
little
before
bit.
anyone said a number.
the average of the two of us stayed exactly the same. While each changed their score.
We just keep it in.
I just find it fun, and it's nice to have fun and unique without having to add a bunch.
Definitely unique.
Like, for me, that's what I think makes it so enjoyable for me. Which is also why I love barley wines, because their barley wine can be a little different without having to, like, change things to the point where it's like, oh, you also added 17,000 pounds of syrup. Like,
Guava.
Side note, where
we'll
did you
worry
get the
about that one.
stout and barley wine
you
mixes?
adding
That
another
sounds fun.
Oh, we're definitely.
I've had some
that's
from
something.
Anchorage.
Yeah.
Are we
Oh,
doing it before the sweetness?
There's a few places that are doing
Okay.
stout
Yes.
barley wine blends.
All right.
That's
That,
at least
that,
something I
that
would
other
try.
one.
The quad.
Port barrel.
Port barrel.
Oh.
I want it before the
We
sweet.
just
This one
made
scares me.
John's day. He
Okay.
couldn't have his port wine, so he's getting a port barrel.
You know what? And I'm going to read the label.
That's a fairness, right?
Oh, do it in your sexy voice, though.
Hold on,
You
hold on,
need
hold on,
your
hold on.
cheers?
Just-
from Pfrium.
I feel like that sound should have been different.
Year 2022.
You're looking at any other.
Port barrel aged Doppelbock lager. For a beer style as revered as Doppelbock, we reserved our finest barrels. What began as a ruby red, rich, malty lager emerged a more refined brew after resting in port wine casks. It's ennobled by notes of raisins, jam, dark chocolate, and a touch of mischief.
May I?
I feel like you got a little bit
You
of
have a
like.
cloth napkin over your
No,
arm?
that was quite
Yeah.
nice. It was.
That's pretty nice, but I feel like
Noble.
you chatted a
love it.
little Billy Shad
Hey,
in there every now and
Noble.
again, though. You're like a weird pause.
It's just Freedom always likes to throw random fucking words.
Like
I wanted to
opulence.
make sure, because I knew you guys would not believe that it was ennobled.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ennobled. Like,
Yep.
Probably 'cause I got a fall out.
hints is still bullshit. That is hints. That is a mistype.
Oh no, that was probably what they
Probably
meant to
'cause I gotta
say.
fill out like a description for Total Wine.
The hints is bullshit.
So long.
So long.
If I had a
144
nickel,
characters.
no nickels.
Is that what you guys have to do for Total Wine?
144 characters.
Really?
Really?
That's all right. I like
That's
Total
all right.
Wine. They're buying a bunch of beer from us.
Oh,
And in
Total
fact,
Wine's one. of the
we
And
are.
in
best.
fact, they're opening a new location in Noblesville, and they'll be getting.
HTC?
No, they're not.
Yeah.
There already one in
Yeah.
Carmel, too.
Yeah,
like,
there's one.
it's...
Yeah,
I'm
Wait,
Carmel's coming.
Is this the same
I'm
Total
sandwiched
Wine?
by Total Wines.
The Total Wine and Vine?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was.
That
supposed
is the grown feller's Chuck E.
to, I was
Cheese.
supposed
Like,
to drop there today. They had some refrigeration. It's not up yet, so. I
Oh,
will
at the
be-
new one?
I will be dropping.
Carmel or
there next-
Noblesville?
I'll be dropping our latest drop there next week. So.
Which location?
The Noblesville location. We're
Guys,
Damn,
I'm
that's
gonna be-
moving then.
I'm
Yeah,
going to be
we're-
so broke.
It'll be the Noblesville location actually opens
More
next
broke than
Thursday.
normal.
is somebody close to CarMax? Because that'd just be
I
like a
go
whole
buy
day.
it. Yes, I'm fucked too.
No, it's Town Center.
So
Okay.
anyway, the only thing that bugs me about Total Wine,
Oh, that's not very far either, though.
they carry Revolution
It's
beers.
not CarMax.
They don't have any of the fun ones. They have the ones everybody has. I'm like, of all places, I expected you guys to have some fun shit.
Because they're not quite probably there yet.
They don't even have any of the like straight jackets, which his fucking liquor store down the road always has. I'm
Dude,
disappointed.
on the same note, though,
It all comes to a lot.
It has to do with how fast you
I
sell it,
know.
I bet. I bet they did get it, but it sells.
No,
so
I
fast
asked. They haven't had it. They've only had
Really?
the like stuff that what comes from Cavalier or whatever now, because like the base shit's spread by.
They chose Cavaliers or
I don't. I was throwing out a generic
All right.
hypothetical.
distributor.
I was like,
Hypothetical.
I mean,
actual
odds are they
generic.
probably went through Monarch, but it just seems weird to me that somebody like them would have just like it was freedom of speech. It was their IPA.
Well, I mean, those barley wines are a once a year release, so I'm just saying they may not have
True.
fallen
When they
yet.
started, it may not. That's
poor
out.
timing.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, look at him just be smarter than me.
Side note.
Fuck you.
Who sold
It's almost
the
like he
other
does this
place?
for a
Was it
living.
Zinc or was it Monarch?
It's the hair.
To where?
The place up in Michigan.
It's that pimp hair.
So one of the distributors sold, and it was Zinc or Monarch. I don't remember which.
It wouldn't be Zinc.
I really want to know who it was.
Do you use that
No, it's
like
going.
ambiance like
I
to your
don't know what
advantage
you're
and
talking
like
about.
keep your distributors in line? But like, hey,
Not a brewery, the distributor. One of the
He'll say, "How does a
distributors
pimp-
sold.
I'm the
Oh,
distributor.
sold
like-
to someone.
we don't have a
from-
distributor. You're looking at him.
oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, they're self-distro, baby.
Distribution doctor?
Yeah, okay, yeah, true. Sorry,
Hey.
Drew.
That's right.
Hey, they're self-distro, baby. And by
We
self, I
either-
mean
we
that
either
guy.
buy beer for people I like, or we don't buy their beer. That's what it comes down
And you
to.
can
That's
clearly
awesome,
tell
yeah.
that based on like, especially your fridge at the original location.
Yeah.
Like, you look at that fridge, that is 100% places Stefan likes is
And it's
in
not
this
even-
fridge.
It's not even the breweries necessarily.
Oh, 'cause
that I
we
like.
would know
It's
that,
about
right, John?
Who is repping them? And
You,
that's,
you did have a mead there that had like a wax top recently that I bought when I was the skinny bottle that I brought back last time I was there.
for Manic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Manic's awesome.
I was a fan.
Yeah, well,
Session mead
No,
are
I
freaking
love
fire,
Mannix.
dude.
I love
One of these
Mannix.
days, John and I will get there. We'll get invited by the other guy that's going.
That location, I was up in that area for
I've
work.
actually been to both locations.
Oh fuck you
'Cause
too.
I went to Lord of the Hops.
Because the original's in Leesburg, right?
Yeah.
I'm not drawing a blank.
Yep.
Yeah, I was right.
Yep.
That is such a cool space. We haven't talked about that nearly enough, and we haven't talked about hops and coasters nearly enough. But that's such a cool space. For one, you walk in and all you smell is like cooking barbecue and wood.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, you're in an old sawmill.
So instead
So of
of-
course, like
Rich mahogany and leather-bound books. You just get rich mahogany.
I'm telling you right
and
now,
meat.
from
Yes.
Parks and Recs,
I like
all of a sudden
that.
I'm drawing a blank.
Chris
The
Pratt?
dude. No.
Nick Offerman.
Yes. He would be in fucking heaven. That character.
You mean Ron Swanson?
And yeah,
Ron
well, Nick
Swanson.
Offerman actually probably would too. But
Yeah.
Ron
I'm
Swanson
pretty sure he's playing
walking
himself.
in there would just be like meat and wood.
And beer.
Yep. Like it's just. I walked in and kind of did the. Yeah, okay. And then I ordered way too many fucking tacos.
Well, I had the peanut butter and jelly
But,
tacos.
Oh, I tried them all. Every single fucking one that was
Kimchi
available.
tacos are my favorite, though, I think.
Thank you. Yes.
People misjudge the size of the tacos all the time.
I just couldn't decide
Every
which
once in a
ones
while
I
they're
wanted.
like, hey,
Are they
how-
just huge
how big
or?
are they? And I'm like, 2's gonna fill you up. 2's gonna be like half a pound of meat.
That's a big taco.
It's a, it
Yep.
is a
Realistically,
large taco.
That's
Even-
a stuffed taco.
Even my fat ass, 3 would have been a max.
Stretch?
Yeah.
Like, that would have been a
But you got all of
max.
them. We have 6 now.
Yeah.
We're doing a monthly rotating.
I walked in and I couldn't decide between the 5 that were on. And I went. Because Blake and I were talking, and he's like, well, here's the 3 that I think, based on what you're talking about. And I'm like, so 1 of each. And Blake just went, no, okay. Like,
Yeah, okay.
that's going to be too much food, right? And I'm like,
Here's a box.
Yeah, there's a to-go bag.
Yeah.
ate them all, motherfucker.
When I'm bartending,
I
and
wanted to
people
kill
say that,
myself.
I'm like, okay. So the food comes out. I drop a box and silverware at the same time.
I ate them all.
So fucking good. And the wontons? Oh, shit.
I wanted to kill myself afterwards because I was very full. But at the same time, like, oh, they were so good.
I'd say
That kimchi taco
My
is...
favorite thing there is the Reuben.
What's kimchi?
I haven't had that yet.
I feel like I've heard that. What?
Kimchi,
Korean.
It's a Korean slaw, like fermented slaw, basically.
Yeah, fermented vegetables of any kind. Although they also do tofu, they do... Kimchi can be all sorts of shit, but...
I want to let you
Yeah,
know.
it's the kimchi spice.
Yeah.
Fish paste, all that stuff.
I bought 2 tacos because I knew that was going to be enough.
Yeah. Good.
Smart man.
Good job.
All right, anyway, the beer we're
Quitter.
drinking, again, is the Port Barrel Aged Doppelbock.
Has that been on the can cam yet?
It has not.
Has it been in your hand the whole time?
We've been talking about food.
It's your second favorite thing.
It is... It's so weird going from what we've been drinking to this. I don't want to continue.
I mean, I'm trying to like this as much as like a direct. There we go. Little more. Little more. Too much.
No, you're other right.
You're good. There it is.
There you go. Spin it around.
Perfect.
Show me the back.
See, I just gotta have him
Show
flip
the
it
back of
around,
the bottle.
and then he'll put it
Everybody
back
wants
around
to see the
facetiously
back.
correctly.
But
Just gotta
anyway-
poke the bear enough.
It's very interesting, but it's really hard to judge
On
after everything.
Barley
we've had.
Wine night, it's yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to judge on barley night.
It's very good. It's enjoyable, but it's so thin and it's so.
Yeah. I mean, it's a Doppelbock lager.
It's not nearly as much flavor. And again, it's exactly what it says it is. It's just when you go from what we've been drinking.
Whose idea was this?
I mean, I ain't mad about it. I'm not mad about it.
We're living all sorts
Blame
of
the
life
brewer.
tonight. We're living all sorts of life.
Everybody
But it really is tasty, especially if you're not wanting something as heavy. You're getting a good amount of flavor.
Did you do a big gulp?
Oh, fuck yeah.
That big gulp actually had some great barrel flavor in it.
Oh, yeah.
I'd skip that. I thought it was going to be a big,
Oh,
a big gulp.
We got one more, and then it's going to be time for Big Gulp of the Night.
Yeah.
Oh.
And beer of the night, so you got to be ready.
big gulp and then
Is
that pig whistle.
man, I like it, but it's just...
Ah!
It's suffering a little bit, and it's not its fault.
No. I love the drinkability of it. You still get a lot of flavor and a high drinkability. The ABV is only 7.7. Like, that's a beer you can actually have more than one
I'm
of.
first on this one, right?
Sure. Yes.
rinsey
Okay, I'm still going to give it 4.5.
I was so close to doing like hardly any rinses all night, and
Technically, I
then
think it's me.
Future
but,
Brownie
yeah,
said to
that's
throw in like extra beers.
I'm going to give it a 4.5. I do enjoy it. I think it is good. I'm not going to dock it because it's not a full-bodied barley wine.
It took me 3 drinks of it to, like, change my mindset into what I was drinking.
Yeah.
'Cause I took the first drink and went, what the fuck is this shit? And I'm like, wait, no, hold on.
Yeah, hold up.
Second drink was almost the palate cleanser. Third one was the one that I was like, oh, I can judge based on this
No, this
taste.
is good. This actually is good.
What was your score, my man?
I'd give it a 4. I thought it had good balance and flavor. I mean, stacking it up against the last barley wine we tried is a little tough, but I thought it was really good.
That was 4.5, yeah.
I'm going to go... You know what? I hate to do it, but I agree with Drew. It's a 4. Stefan, what would you give it?
I'm going 4.75.
Damn!
It's a
It's probably deserving.
It's a
I like
very
it.
well crafted lager. It brings all
Lager.
of those same flavors as a barley wine would.
I'm bumping
or
it 4
ABV.
and a quarter.
It's what it is.
And let's
You
be
already said your
honest,
answer.
as a lager, it had better body
Yes.
than some of the barley wines that we've had.
Yes.
I will agree with that.
Yeah.
For sure.
So,
It was
I'm
tasty as
4.75.
shit. Like, I mean, we only gave it a 4 and a quarter on an average, but the fact that he gave it a 4.75 wasn't even like oh, you're a dumbass. It was more like, damn, no shit, fuck, we might also.
It is really good. I think you guys were actually a little low on that one.
Hey, you know what?
That's
Fuck
okay.
off. Matt, what about
See,
you?
here's the
I
victim
gave
of
him the
circumstance
number
of
that said
going
I'd buy it
last. Is I'm
Plus a
right
quarter.
because I'm going to be the average. I had my number in my head before you guys ever started rattling the numbers off. 4 and a quarter is the correct answer
Hang
on
on, it's
that.
7.7%. Now,
I know, but it's still,
3.5.
it's still a well-flavored, well-crafted beer. You got the flavors from the barrel. It's drinkable. Like, that is a good beer.
It's a solid
Oh,
beer.
yeah, great.
I would like to have more of that. Hence, it's over a 4 and it's well-crafted enough to get to 4 and a quarter at its low ABV. If that thing was like 8, that might be like a 4.
I love how 7.7 to Matt is like just low.
7.7, yeah. 8.
Although I will say
There's the
this,
line.
Eight's the line for a
Eight's the
double.
line.
Yeah.
I will say
that's
this,
the double
we
of the
had
Imperial
a-
line.
we had a goddamn shandy from Hoppin' Frog. That was
Yeah, I
like
was gonna say, yeah,
7.4.
yeah, I can see that.
Fucking Hoppin'
It was
Frog.
amazing.
It was great. I bought it. Didn't even look at the ABV. Bought it. We bring it out, and I'm like reading the can, and I'm just like,
You fucking guys.
only Hoppin' Frog's like, you know what? We're gonna make a shandy, but we're gonna make this fucker like,
Listen.
we're gonna make
Yeah.
it our version of.
But that was the shandy in the 8-ounce can,
Stefan
right?
loves.
Oh.
Stefan
Was
loves.
this 15% lager to start?
Huh?
Was it like a 15% lager to start before they added all?
Oh,
the
knowing them,
juice?
probably. I mean, that makes sense.
Wow.
Have you had much Hoppin' Frog?
It sounds like
so.
yes.
It's right up his alley.
I think he
can right
laid
over
down
there.
their game plan pretty well.
I'm fairly certain they only know how to make shit that is just like, oh, you expect a shandy to be a 3.5. Well, we're gonna double that plus a little bit just to fuck with you.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
Like Art Seltzer.
Well, hey.
Yeah, your hard seltzer. We're gonna make a seltzer. That's 14.5.
Did you
just
Our,
to fuck
our
with you.
plan was. Did you change the name?
the hardest seltzer?
No. Our plan was
Oh,
to
this should be
change the
good.
name for Hops and Coasters and call it For Our Enjoyment Only. Because it's so funny to watch people walk away after you have 3 or 4 of those. We're thoroughly enjoying that one.
I don't know. Prison hard seltzer could be kind of interesting.
Oh, that's got a lot
Love
of
you both so
like
much.
tones to that one.
Prison hard.
It's like an onion.
Yeah, Art Seltzer's
like a-
really
It's got
hard.
layers.
I prefer a cake though. Cakes have layers.
That they can, but
Our
aren't
enjoyment.
innately.
That's good. That would have been a fun name change for that event. Speaking of that event, for those of you still giving a shit to watch right now,
Yeah, we have a weird but loyal, dedicated base,
we
man.
do. So,
And they're learning about barley wines tonight.
And they're also
been-
getting the expedited version that Bob's doing too. So hey, don't undersell us.
Hops and Coasters is such a fun fucking event. To be honest, after last year, I flat told John, I'm like, if this event isn't better, like it was fun, but it was so crowded, it was so cramped.
And them
I
expanding
flat told
what
him,
they
I'm like,
did
if
made
it's
the
not
world
better,
difference.
if it's not better, this is our last year going. Like I'm not in the mood to deal with that shit. We
Because
went,
it's a commitment.
yeah, we went this year, and with the spread, it was so much more enjoyable. Now there was a section that they needed to add a couple things, but overall, like it was such a more enjoyable event. People could actually get away from each other. It wasn't one long line where you drank a beer, basically turned to your left, and you were in the next line. There was a
I mean, that is convenient though.
yeah. There was a legitimate like flow to everything.
Yeah.
If you wanted to go somewhere else, you didn't like.
You weren't
hold on.
stuck and have to like.
Loved every bit of this event. I can't wait to see how it evolves. And it was great. We were talking to Michiana, right? Great people. If you don't follow them, check out Beer and Nonsense podcast. Check out Michiana Beer Reviewers. Same people, different things. Badass people. They were at this event. Had a lot of fun. They had a whole bunch of technological issues and still did some great content. Been watching everything they posted. But they came and hung out with us Saturday night, right? And we were talking to them, and their biggest thing for them was it was just fun. People were pleasant. It's such a weird thing that, like, I mean, we talked about it earlier, the squirt boats, like, 9 drunk people on fucking bumper boats.
Yeah, it's just fun.
And it went from what should be just fun for most, like, kids to just hilarious and obnoxiously fun.
You just have that right amount of beer and get in the boats the right time of the day.
It's a great event.
It's like the magic hour.
I can't wait to do it again. Michiana's actually planning on getting a cabin like we do every year. They're like, these are cool as shit. Why? We paid double for the Airbnb.
And we were way closer.
But, all right, so this is the Maple Goodness, by the way, from Lumber Beard Brewing.
It's got a nose to
it. We had
it.
them earlier. This is the same company that did the anniversary one. That's bourbon barrel aged barley wine with vanilla and maple syrup. Coming in at
Big time.
15.5%. Not the highest of the night, but definitely a Matt's happy.
That's a solid.
Yeah, except for the highest.
Solid second, yeah.
How much was, what
No,
was
that
the
wasn't the
ABV
one.
on their anniversary?
Huh?
What was the ABV?
11 change.
Anniversary was
11.7?
That does sound right.
11.2? 11.5?
16.2.
Oh,
it was the
shit.
highest.
Oh, that was a 16. Oh, that was a 16? Okay, shit.
They've done they're like, we're gonna go high ABV.
They're doing the Hopler strategy.
Yes.
Go big or fuck you.
Yes.
I like the
Should have seen
nose.
our cream ale when we
It's
first
interesting.
opened it. That thing crept almost a little over 8%.
On a cream ale?
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody likes the heavy green bill.
See,
Hey,
I want that.
I normally drink Bud Light. What do you got like it? Oh, or a cream ale.
I want that.
it's the closest thing I've got.
Let's say that's a Bud
The
Light.
lightest thing we got.
As somebody just goes, I don't understand. I normally can drink like 10 of these and be fine. Yeah. Whoops.
Welcome to Hoplore.
Wait, why is this a 10-ounce pour?
I drink tall boys. None of this you don't.
We're serving up schooners.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing. You walk in, they're handing people 8.5% scooters.
I'd take a schooner on the splash time. For our enjoyment only.
Wait, did you say you take a scooter to Splash Town for
Of
your
the-
enjoyment only?
Of the
That's right.
splashdown
Oh.
for your enjoyment only.
I mean, I
The
was pretty
seltzer.
close, though. Like, it kind of... No? Can't see where that hit? All right. Just me.
It only counts in
Not sure
horseshoes
where you were
and
going
grenades,
with that, but
And
you missed
hugging.
the button.
So this beer,
Huh?
I get a little bit of an artificial taste,
The vanilla. Yeah.
which is annoying because it feels like the base and the maple are done pretty well.
I'd say it's a little more
And then-
marshmallow than vanilla.
And then
is
you
what I'm
get hit
getting.
with that artificially,
Marshmallows are vanilla.
Touche.
you get hit with that artificial, like,
Yeah.
You
because
can't
it
play
feels
Chili
like
Bunnies
you
with vanilla.
start so well.
You can't play Chili
And then
Bunnies
it
with vanilla.
finishes in a very artificial way. And you're like, oh, you were so close.
I got 5 bottles of vanilla. I can still say Chubby
And
Bunnies.
especially after we've had their anniversary that was just more of a barrel-aged barley wine.
Yeah.
Like, you could tell, like, it starts so well and then goes, nope. It's not unpleasant. It's just not on par with other barley wines. Like,
It tastes like if you were eating, like when you eat a cookie. Like it tastes like a cookie to me.
All right, I'm gonna play like opposition here. This is the only barrel or the only barley
no,
wine.
barrel-aged.
No,
Very
the only barley wine we had with like adjuncts and shit though. So, I mean, all the other ones were straight barley wines. This is a barley wine with extra shit, and that's what we're tasting. That's what we're critiquing right now.
But there's an artificial flavor to it.
Yeah, but I don't think it's like it's not that fake like terrible. It's not an offensive artificial.
It's not pleasant vanilla. It's not bad, but it's not pleasant.
So what would you...
Vanilla should balance or add. That's the goal with vanilla. You either use it to balance the beer or you use it to add that little bit of flavor. But if you're using it with an artificial in a lot, words are hard, but that heavy artificial flavor of
Barley
vanilla
wine night.
can absolutely change it to an unpleasant feel. And this went from pleasant to unpleasant while drinking it.
I don't think I'd go full unpleasant though. Like
I honestly, I would argue that I like it better than the base.
Really?
I would argue that.
I like it better than about 3 beers we've had. I don't know about the base, but
I'd say for me it's kind of like mid of the pack, but like
it I guess it's
We've had
just-
other things that taste way more artificial.
love-
This just like you can tell it's
I
not
love
real
the
vanilla,
nose.
but it's not like bad vanilla.
I loved the nose and I loved the start. And I think that's what's irritating me is because everything was going so pleasantly and then you finish artificial.
This is one I appreciate the attempt at the variant sort of barley wine, and if I were to change this, I'd make it salted.
Ooh, that would help. Because that would cut the vanilla flavor, and you would get a third flavor injected that's going to give you a different
It's not a
profile.
bad idea.
Yeah, that would.
I really hate giving John credit, but that's not a bad
God damn it! Why did you say that before I drank it all? We could have like thrown a little salt in here, bud.
idea. Like, again, I'm critiquing heavily. This is my favorite
Because
style
I
of
think
beer.
it does have a good caramel flavor. I just wish it was a salted caramel.
I am very much this is my favorite type, so I'm always going to critique them harder, just like you two do with stouts especially.
Sounds about right.
I just don't like the finish. Now, again, I'm saying that knowing I'm going to still give it a pretty solid score. Like, this isn't one of those where I'm like, this sucks, it's a 1. But it just isn't what I was hoping for at the beginning of this beer or at the nose. What about you, Drew? Like, what are you thinking about it?
I don't mind it. Generally, I like more adjuncts in stouts than I do in barley wines.
Agreed.
I hate you, by the way.
But,
Not you, Drew.
Did you make comments about how great your comments were?
What?
Did you make like
I think it's
typed comments about
I think
your
it's a
on-screen
little
comments?
sweeter than I would
Because that's
like
like
it to
break
be.
the fifth wall. That's where you'd be
The
like
vanilla
achieving
comes off as
the
like
next
French
level.
vanilla.
Damn.
You get like a French vanilla, and it tastes like a cookie, or it tastes like a cookie that has been drowned in French vanilla ice cream, like it's,
Like a
it's-
oatmeal cream pie.
Yeah, not quite there, but
Wow.
more like a chocolate
that.
chip cookie with ice cream.
No.
No, he's got that vanilla, like that artificial
You straight
vanilla
up just went,
creme.
oh, good boy. No.
No,
Yeah, that he did.
that artificial
Yeah, I mean,
vanilla
like,
crumb and the
honest-
double stuffed
honest
cream
to a
pie.
fault.
No, we
Add the
approve.
barley wine. Really honest to the fault.
Yeah, barley wine night. Who came up with
Good
that
score.
idea?
Who did?
It was a great idea.
But score, I would give it a 3.75. I wouldn't order it again, but I didn't not like it.
Oh, I'm going to need my calculator for this one, I think.
Oh, you're all right. Hey, take your time because I just realized I wrote something down in the wrong spot, so I'm fixing it real quick.
How about you fix that score you're
Is
working
it
on?
375?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Tie.
You want me to go? All right.
Yeah, because
I do enjoy it. Is it slightly artificial? Yes, but it's not near as artificial as other things that we've had. I can see the potential of of adding a little bit more variance to it. I'm going to give it a 4.25. I do really enjoy this.
Wow.
I do really enjoy this.
I didn't think you were going to go that high. Hunky tie.
Down with the sweetness.
I am down with sweetness.
Oh my god, can we make that a button?
I so much love the nose in the beginning of this beer that I want to give it.
Just get your nose out of it, man. Keep going.
Throw an apple in there too. It'd be cute and interesting.
No, that's too much.
I'm giving it a 4. Even
Salt
with how much I
perfect.
don't like the finish, I think the beginning of this beer is that good.
No.
Like, which bugs the shit out of me that I have such a negative finish to this beer, and I love the beginning that much and the nose. I'm giving it a 4. Matt, what about you? 4 average. Right?
I'm not doing the math over here. I'm just fucking right. I was like bouncing back and forth. A 4 is where I was gonna go. Like, cause it's good enough. I would like to have more, but it's not like uber search out. Like, this is slightly more than if I saw it, I would buy it. Like, I would like to have more.
What's up, Jen Halsey King?
I would look for it, but I wouldn't look hard. It's
I know that lady.
It's a soft
It was her
4.
birthday yesterday.
Evidently, she tuned in because he just commented to her.
That's what I do.
Happy birthday, Jen.
Pete Farrar, what is up?
Uncle
Rob
Joey
Gibbons, Gibbons, what is up? Yeah, Barley Wine Night is sponsored by Charmin.
I thought that was all Stouts Day.
Both.
Only if your body hasn't been prepared
That's done
for it.
by Wet Wipes.
Yeah, accurate.
Stefan, what are your thoughts on this, buddy?
That's funny.
Again, I think it's better than the other one we had from them. couldn't tell you exactly what I rated the other one, but I'm gonna say this one's like 3.75.
I mean, it's a solid beer. You were on the show for the other one, weren't you?
Yeah, you could tell them probably. where it rated
John and I
it.
both gave it a 4, and the average was a 4, which means you gave it a 4 on the other one.
Well, then I'm gonna rate this one higher. 14.
Wait. Stefan, what was the ABV on this one?
Lower. It's like wiping a marker.
It's not like
Thanks,
dry.
We've all had that day, but man, that just really put it into words.
I love how ridiculous these comments went really quickly there. Jen Halsey King says, thank you, Drew.
She should talk about the
While
marker
more
days.
furry, I would agree, Rob.
Wait a
Gibbons.
second.
What did I miss there?
So Rob Givens said,
Probably the
French
picture of me
vanilla is
changing
far
his
superior
shirt.
to German vanilla.
That's
So
not
I took
popping
the
up on
liberty to
here.
reply to him. And I said, while more furry, I would agree, Rob Givens.
There it is. You said the wall. It's funny because the other part never showed up on here.
Yeah.
Well, I hate to
The
cut
part
it.
he said didn't show
You
up.
say that because
Oh,
I could
man.
see Rob Givens as a furry.
Wait, he's not?
You know,
I
I was
love Rob.
Put all the cans up here.
I was about to say, well, man, you know, we're running 15 minutes long.
Yeah, it's
I hate
fine.
to cut us long here, but
All right, so first and foremost,
Yeah.
big gulp of the night. Matt, did you have one?
I forgot to big gulp more than I should have, so I'm probably not a good person to ask on that. one.
Disappointing. Stefan, did you have
Tell me
a big
about
gulp of the night?
I gotta go big gulp and regular. The same. The Furim.
Well, we weren't at the beer of the night yet, but that's fine. All right.
So you like how you just kind of bird dog Drew score? Yeah, you know, see how it feels?
They work together. It was
John,
the same
big
thing,
gulp.
same one.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you to pull the cans out so I can remember.
You want to see Tyler's cans?
Oh, big gulp of the night is a Freum, but not the barley wine.
Oktoberfest?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Big gulp. We're not at beer yet. Big gulp, fucker.
Like big gulp. Like
Yeah, what was your favorite
Like
big
when you
gulp?
took a shot of beer.
my favorite of the night would be the Freedom, the barley wine.
My big gulp of the night, to be honest, was our shot we took.
Well,
The shots.
I thought that you meant
which
by
was-
gulp, like I needed to swallow it just
No,
so
no.
I could finish it.
No, I enjoyed
Phrasing?
I enjoyed the big gulp.
Is that dead in this group?
It was basically a shot. Like, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Now, beer of the night. This is the fun one. This is the most important. Matt, what about you?
I'm going to agree with the early jumping Stefan on that one. The Pafrium.
Bourbon barrel aged barley wine.
I didn't jump anything. We had 2 Freeums. There were 2 different ones.
You said it was the same one.
You also said beer of the night when we were only talking about big gulp. That's what he's talking about. Hey, elephant.
Got you good, elephant.
elephant.
Come on.
Trust me, I'm never going to forget that every time you come on the show.
Score that big beer of the night.
Wow.
Well, it's because we added big gulp.
Yeah, you
On your guys'
Stefan made it up to
suggestion.
that.
That's Stefan's beheist. Yeah, we
Brand new. Oh, beer of the night is 100% the Freum barley wine. It was fantastic. It shocked me.
I literally didn't know we were going to have it, let alone expect it.
I would have normally said beer of the night would have been the straight jacket, but the Freedom barley wine is was
Tyler, prove us wrong.
It really was.
Take it home,
was
buddy.
Just that beer. As soon as I put it in the beer lineup today, it was one of the ones we chose originally. I was excited for it.
We know Freum does good shit.
They do great shit. I'd never had a barley wine from them.
No.
But it just, I'll tell you, it wasn't my favorite beer. Like, my favorite beer still was the Revolution. But, like, it was so close that it made me consider it briefly. Like, I legit even said it out loud on camera, like, oh, this might be better. Now, I took another sip, and it wasn't quite there, but, man, it was so damn close. That is a surprising beer, and I want more of it right fucking now.
Freum, fucks.
Freedom fucks, you're right. Guys, thank you. That was a hell of an episode. Stefan and Drew, we love having you guys on. We love hanging out with you.
Thank you, guys.
so much. Every time you're up north in Indiana, especially on the east side of the
Hashtag
state,
up north.
Kind of more central.
that Leesburg area, I like picking the smaller town of the two to tell you where it's at, because then you have to Google it and it's just fun.
I mean, it's all relative, though, John.
Because
Really, what's up
Leesburg's
north from
such a
here?
small town that you're just like,
5
the
minutes
fuck?
from Warsaw. Whatever.
Oh, straight up.
Warsaw.
But no, seriously, if you're up in that Warsaw, Leesburg area, absolutely check them out. The food, phenomenal.
I'm gonna throw in a couple plugs.
Do it. Plug it all.
Plug away.
Towards the end, because we're getting towards the December. 3 things
That's
to
the
look
option
out
of plugging.
for. We're working on doing a fruit fest with all our fruited beers on keg. We're also doing my favorite day, Occupation Day. 14 taps of ball stouts. How can you go wrong?
Are we going to invite to that?
And then Amish Crack, of course, in December.
Christmas party. Everybody asks all year long. When does Amish Crack arrive?
It's the Christmas party every year.
It's a Christmas party.
Oh, no, I
It's
thought
a
it was
week
the stout
before
day.
Christmas.
And I've been busy
every
the
single
last 2 years. It's fine.
The
Stout day,
Crack
that's what I
Life.
I'm making a shirt that says that. It'll be done in Sharpie, too, to be just as shitty as possible. Might be a cutoff. Just throwing that out there.
He realized his new niche in life. It's midriff.
We do. Hey, for our Christmas party, we do have a best costume.
Ah!
So make sure you show
coming as
up
a
in the
crack
best
whore. Yeah, make
costume.
sure.
I'm coming as a crack
Crack whore. Oh my
Pop
god.
top.
that's
I'm coming as a
amazing.
crack whore.
Oh, that's so good. And some
The real
daisies.
joke is that we don't have a
You know
costume.
me. You might know me, but you don't know my story.
I was like, I was dressed like full Amish. Like, I don't care.
And I walk in together. Me is like a crop top crack whore.
It was a straight Amish.
And
Yeah.
there's nobody else dressed up.
We're winning something. I don't care if it's a goddamn contest or not.
Oh my god. I now want to do this.
Oh, yeah. I'm on board.
Oh shit. Anyway.
Only if you go bar hopping afterwards.
Wait, that wasn't an I thought that
What,
was
is that not the plan?
I mean,
It's
like-
Warsaw. There's like 2 other places.
No,
he's
go
got
to
a
the keg.
point.
It'll be really well worth
I'm just going to roll the keg down to the next bar. Put this on tap. I want to keep drinking.
The next bar is actually called the keg, so.
Oh, that's
Even
the next bar is
better.
actually called the next bar.
Hey,
You
they
know?
can't turn you down if you roll up with your own. I'm just
Just
saying.
like on the way up to Hops and Coasters, because there was the next bar.
The other place.
Other place. Shit. I was at.
Oh, we were at that place after the Hoosier Fest.
Yes.
That place.
With our Boston accents.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we bought the Boston
All right, hold up.
boys all
Hold
day.
up. Thanks, guys, for listening. I'm TBG_Ops guy. Mudhog B&Q
Dr. Dre.
from the cheap seats.
Stefan.
And behind the camera, the one, the only.
Off screen, wicked smart.
Later, guys.
Wicked smart.